Yeah. We are live. We are live. I am on my phone. I'll be at home in a minute. Hey, Mello, go ahead, take it away.
You think you're gonna be home in a minute. What's going on, gang? How y'all doing? Shout out to everybody coming through right now. This State of Gaming episode 56. Uh it's a long-awaited podcast. We definitely got a nice little set of group of people in the building right now. I'm gonna introduce them to WBG podcast. Y'all should know them by now, but you know.
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, post up, man. You gonna make it to the crib, brother? I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
It's a 60-40 chance. 60-40.
Yo, what's up, Sapo? Yeah, this me. What's up, y'all? We on State of Gaming, yo. We on State of Gaming. Shout out to the homies. Thanks for inviting us, man. Yo, what's up, Mello? How you doing, bro? My brother.
Hey, I'm struggling, but I'm gonna go ahead and go through it. Like they say, man, it's game 6. We gonna still have to hit them shots, man. It is what it is. But I'm actually new to Dev. Hey, what's going on with you? And introduce yourself, bro.
Oh, what's going on, man? It's Hyperfang Gaming. Go by Dev, bro. Just hanging out, man. Excited to be on here for the first time. Well, I think it's the first time, man. So shout out to y'all for inviting us.
Okay, cool. I know Sean, but I don't think I was introduced to you. So what up to you, man? I am a pro Xbox gamer. I don't mess with Sony at all in any shape, form, or fashion. And you're gonna find out that as we continue on through the show. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. You're sharing it out. Support the movement. Definitely hit the like button because it helped with the numbers. And gotta get an update. Noah is on his way. So since Post want to blast me about not having access to the goddamn Stream Lab, of course I gotta say Noah lost his keys. He drove all the way home, forgot his keys at the gym, and then had to drive all the way back. Post, yeah, I'm snitching. Post out here getting yelled at. He going to Walmart. He going to Wally World, so he gonna be late. So technically, I was the only one here on time. I just want to say that. but man, we're gonna go ahead and get into these topics. Real quick, since we got y'all on the panel and stuff, and we just had the showcase with Phil Spencer and Matt Booty and everything about Xbox. How do y'all feel about the outcome, since the dust have settled down a little bit,
Yeah, listen, brother, I'll start, man. It just goes to show you how this gaming industry is a what have you done for me lately industry. People was talking about fighting Phil Spencer, bashing Phil Spencer, and this and that after that Redfall shit, and the CMA blocking the deal, and people hating on the Xbox. People saying Xbox is shut down, and then a month later, literally a month later, after PlayStation dog shit showcase, people looking at PlayStation sideways. Then Xbox has a great showcase, which a lot of people agree that it was a pretty damn good showcase. Showed some updates on games that was previously announced. Showed a couple of new IPs. Showed some gameplay. Showed some great shit. And people back on the Xbox train, and Starfield got people out here tripping. Mello, Starfield got these guys out here losing their shit.
Man. Hey man, I love Starfield. See, I'm hyped and I'm geeked about Starfield. I'm sorry because man, I was talking and fighting with this game even before it got to this point. For many reasons, because of if you ever played Evil Beyond Good and Evil, they had part 2.
Yeah.
If you remember that showcase, right, when they were showing everything, the world, that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw it. So, and I've been hyped and fighting with these dudes about this whole Bethesda having bugs and all that goofy shit. I've been fighting with these cats for the last, I want to say 4-5 months. So to get it to this point now where we at, man, my God, boy, Starfield is a man.
Max, bro. And not only did they show Starfield, bro, the reception of it was good. People, whoa,
it was insane.
Yeah,
It was number one trending on Twitter for half the day. after that.
bro, it looks good, and people like, yo, this is only on Xbox and PC. Damn,
So what can I get in?
right? So it just goes to show you that, just that quick, the gaming industry is a roller coaster. It's ups and downs. Xbox had a lot of downs. They had some ups, and currently they're in the up, bro. And Phil Spencer, like I said this the other day, look at Phil Spencer on that Kind of Funny interview, and look at Phil Spencer on that Giant Bomb interview. Now I don't know if you've seen them, Mello. Obviously, both of them were Phil Spencer.
Right.
Two different Phil Spencers, man. Two different Phil Spencers.
Yeah.
Like the one on Kind of Funny, he was agitated, he was pissed off, because the Redfall things,
Okay, yeah, I checked that one out. Yeah,
and then the Giant Bomb interview was after the showcase, and Phil be on social media. He was seeing how it was positive. The feedback was positive. Starfield feedback was positive. It was two different Phil Spencers, man.
Yeah,
so
facts.
That's the Phil Spencer we're going to see more of, the positive Phil Spencer, because he know what they have cooking. He know what the future looks like. And bro, this is the Xbox I love. Hey, what's up, Web Dave? What's up, Ray? What's up, Sapo? What's up, Six Slay? All y'all, what's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by.
Well, shout out to y'all. Yeah, the new people. Shout out to y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button and support. Appreciate the y'all coming through and listen to this podcast. So, Dale, what did you think about the showcasing? Where you stand with it?
I thought it was basically perfect.
Okay.
Like, I feel like this is the show we've been waiting for years. Like, every year right before E3 or a couple months leading up to E3, they start hyping people up, like, and then everybody starts to speculate and like, oh, they're gonna show this game, and then we might see like one or two of those, if we're lucky. Like, I feel like this show, they showed like everything that people were speculating, besides maybe like one or two games that they didn't show. But I feel like it was like basically the perfect showcase for Xbox. The best show I've seen in the past like 5 years.
Damn, 5?
Maybe longer.
Damn. Okay. Jesus.
This show was that good in my opinion.
I was about to say, well, with my opinion on that one, the showcase, I got a little controversial with it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I believe last year's showcasing was better than this year a little bit. And the reason being is because I actually supported the 12-month gaming where we was getting a game every month to play, regardless if it was indie or first or third party. So I was supporting it in the sense of I get to get new content to come out and pump out here, get a review, actually play the games. And if it was a miss or a hit in the sense of the game not delivering, you had something in the background to, to cover it type mess. Like, even with the stealth releases. So you got like Monster Hunter that didn't nobody even know that was coming, and we get it in Game Pass. Pause. So I was supporting it, but then of course seeing this new showcasing and Phil explaining the reason why they kind of like deterred from the 12 months, because it was games that have not released that people were looking for. They was getting disappointed. I felt like they played it safe, but it was a positive save with what they showed. So I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I still somewhat sticking on that rating right now, even with Starfield.
That's a good score, bro. That's a good score.
It's a wonderful score based off of the previous issues with Microsoft, or how people, preserved it as being issues.
What did you get the PlayStation show?
PlayStation, that shit was trash. How do you rate dog shit? I don't understand how you do you rate it on how thick it is or how wet, dryness.
What about the water physics?
Like how do it take the water? Like it was dog. It was like two dog shits in a stool.
What did he say in that old video? How many times did he swing to the left?
it was as a person that has a PlayStation 5 You know, I didn't pay for it, but I have one. And seeing that I have not actually played any games on there since I've got this thing, and it's been over 2 years, it was terrible.
Got to keep the house warm.
Yeah, it's a real cup holder. It's nice.
Cup holder.
Some people confuse it as a router here and
the
there.
hot
They like,
plate.
hey, can I connect to your Wi-Fi? And I'm like, no, that's the PS5, brother. That's not the Wi-Fi box.
It's not a radiator.
So, I wasn't excited for anything that was shown. If you have checked out the show, you already know that I'm tired of Spider-Man. They killed Spider-Man.
Spider-Man fatigue, bro.
I agree.
Spider-Man
Fatigue.
is done for. It's a wrap on it. I actually think they took an L this year on this Spider-Man because they should have came out with Miles Morales based off the sales of the movie. So they're going back to this old Spider-Man. I don't care. And then you come out with the new news that just dropped. They're talking about Spider-Man. You got to pay for the deluxe edition just to get photo mode. So
For real? That's crazy, bro.
Wait, so you have to pay for photo mode.
You have to pay for photo mode.
That is wild.
So if you getting the $70, if you go cheap, you ain't getting photo mode. You can't get no 4K images of Spider-Man in his pajamas swinging around New York. It ain't happening.
His pajamas. hey, yo, man. Post got like some memberships, man. Gamer McFly 2K. Get the 5 memberships. Shout out to you, fam.
Oh, shout out to fam, man. What's going on, Gamer McFly? I can't even see nothing. That's how bad I don't have access to nothing.
I got you, bro. I'm looking on my phone.
We got duct tape up, but we working. It's still working, but it's duct tape up.
I'm just looking on my phone, bro. So I just wanted to say that, you know, I don't want that shit to pass by.
Okay, yo, appreciate it. So with that being said, hey, R&B, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be here.
Dog, man. What the fuck? Where you at, man? You sound like shit.
Damn.
Yeah, you're choppy, bro. You're choppy. You're like,
you sound like shit, bro.
My bad. I thought I could clear it up. I guess not. Let me go back and try to fix this.
Oh, what the hell? Hey, man, are you at Walmart? You at Wally World? You piece of trash.
No, I was using these damn AirPods because they said it was better than Android, but I guess not.
Oh, see, that's Southstar, yeah. That boy.
Oh, Southstar, yeah,
man. To snipe your ass.
He would have been doing for talking about some I'm over here lying. You know damn well I don't fuck with Sony. Like, stop playing. Yeah. Photo mode, bro. We got the article. Anywho, so okay, RB getting his joint fixed.
Yeah.
I guess we can go ahead and get into it, man.
Let's go, brother.
We got pretty much what we're talking about today is, do we need a PS4 Pro or Xbox Series X Pro? Jim Ryan always lying, of course. Xbox One era. I don't know what that is about.
That's my fucking specialty right there.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
I mean, well, you know, because I was in the trenches. I don't post but we was in the trenches out there.
Okay,
I'm talking about that shit again.
2019 was a long year.
Oh snap! And then of course we go. Hopefully, if post isn't in Walmart, we're gonna hit y'all with that Microsoft Activision news.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, man.
Our strong arm lawyer.
Yeah. Right.
So, what topic y'all like to hit?
Anyone except for the Activision one, man. You know, I'm waiting for post for that.
All right, what you think? So no, you know what? Let's go ahead and go with the Xbox One era. So we might as well get the hard part out the way. So with Xbox One, you know, everyone knows there was a transitional period for Xbox.
Absolutely.
And of course, being a fan of the brand in these streets, if you was on social media, you was catching all type of heat. It was a lot of drive-by shootings. A lot of people didn't make it. But the ones that stayed, you know, how do y'all feel about the Xbox One era?
Hey, you gonna go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. You know, I say all the time for the people that's in the chat that listen to WBG and my content, you know how I feel about the Xbox One generation. First of all, I love my Xbox One, right? Mm-hmm. The first 3 years of that generation, Xbox had more games than PlayStation exclusives, bro. That's just a fact.
Mm.
But like you said, it was a transitional period for Xbox.
Yeah.
Don Matrick damn near
my
killed the
God.
brand, right? We all know the story. Phil Spencer came in, and it took years for him to get this shit right. When he got it right, it still take time to build a bunch of games from scratch, and that's what he's doing. But now we're finally starting to see in 2023 things that he's been doing for the future. So there's been some shaky years for Xbox fans. PlayStation fans were just talking so much shit last generation.
Man.
They felt they can do what they want to do. Post up no firsthand. He was dealing with it. Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Man, let me turn this down. Okay, let me get my compression right.
Oh,
that's
shit.
stupid.
Oh shit, man.
Hold
You
on,
ain't
that don't
go to
sound like
Walmart,
you at Walmart. Hold on, he stood 10 toes down. Let me
You
find
ain't
out.
Walmart.
All right. Okay.
Catch up shit that got me weak.
Okay, man. I do apologize for the technical difficulties and things like that.
You at the crib?
Yeah, I'm at the crib.
Oh,
Boy,
shit.
having
Oh, snap. He stood 10 toes for the people in the back,
I drive pretty fast, player. I drive pretty
Damn.
fast. I will say this. You know, where we at?
We just started talking about the Xbox One era pretty much for the most part. I got their perspective on the showcase as well.
Okay, before we get into the meet and greet of the things, your boy is here. You feel me? So we finna really turn the fuck up. Shout out to We Bleed. Great, man. If you're in the chat, man, throw up them WBGs, man. One of the baddest podcasts in the Xbox community is here, and we finna rock out. I told you it's finna be a pony feast. So before we get into the meet and greet of everything, I just wanna. I think I saw some on the. Let me see. Can I bring it up? I just want to ask this question because I don't see Microsoft doing this if at all. I mean, anniversaries come. How many times you gonna celebrate The Last of Us?
Oh shit! Oh
shit!
How many times? I mean, it seems like everyone they doing a panel or a celebration, and I mean, look, man, Halo has an even bigger impact than Last of Us, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Microsoft every 5 or 10 years making Halo panels and talking about remember the times and all that shit. I don't see them doing. They focused on Halo. How many times you gonna celebrate that game? I'm just being serious, man. I keep celebrating the Last of Us panel. This and the celebration, nigga.
Wait, so what did they post up about Last of Us? What they
A
post
celebration or something, man. Look, man. I don't know, man. Look, I'm just saying, man. I just saw something on Twitter. I don't know if it's no old, but look. It's just on celebrating 10 years of The Last of Us. Okay, we get it. We get it. It's a good game. We get it.
They selling the same meatloaf to everybody. That's what you're saying, bro.
Look,
10-year meatloaf.
I'm just saying it's a difference when a game like Halo, motherfuckers be like, "Happy birthday, Halo," and move on. And the Xbox community is playing Halo Infinite multiplayer, playing whatever they playing in the ecosystem. I said a word about talking about let's celebrate some shit we played 10 years ago or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, how many times you gonna say this?
They y'all posting mocaps and stuff. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying it. And also, I really have to talk about this. This thing with Fable. Right, this thing with Fable with the lead character, right, and people out there, disrespecting the character, how they look, even being,
what?
Yeah, even.
You're gonna have to touch bases on that. Touch bases on that.
Being borderline racist. You feel me? And then those same people was defending not having black people in Final Fantasy 16. Make it make sense.
Oh man.
Yes. Oh, we go there.
Oh,
we gonna go there. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna have a discussion? I told you we're gonna turn up. We're gonna have a discussion today. The hypocrisy, right? The hypocrisy. It really makes no sense. And you don't know what type of Fable game. You don't even know if they're gonna allow you to create your own character to
Right.
make that character look how you want it to look. Even though you probably weren't able to do that in previous, well, maybe this is a new Fable with a new development team, with a new vision and a new look.
I'm confused now. Now, what's up with the look? Because when I checked
Man,
the trailer
like
is dope. It's fire.
Well, you know what they do to take away from the glorious that's Xbox? They find something to nitpick, and in this case, they're picking on the lead character and how she looks, saying she looks like a man.
You can't do it. You can't do that with Last of Us 2.
Or she's ugly.
You can't do that with Last of Us 2 scene in the boat when they was over here bending over Debo, little cousin. You can't do that. That's what we on,
Bro.
That's what we doing now.
I'm gonna talk about it. Then you got all these Black Power brothers out here defending a game that a creator say he don't envision black people in his world.
Yeah, he said that. He said that.
You know, and look, I posted that I played it. I played the demo because I wanted to see what was to it. Well, I didn't play it. I watched it. Because the first 20, 25 minutes, all you're doing is watching.
No, wow. I'm about to say he must ain't never, because Fable's era is medieval time. I'm sorry to tell y'all, they didn't have Mary Kay and Rihanna makeup line.
There was no dimes out there.
They didn't have they didn't have Rihanna Fendi line back in the medieval time. So
man, but it did with that British humor. But I'm just saying though, I pulled up the demo just to see what the hoopla was about. And it was a cinematic movie. And I ain't been back to it since. I didn't finish it. And I don't plan on finishing the demo. I don't plan on buying the game either.
Hey, I don't know. Like, did you guys see the actual real life face model though?
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful young lady, man. Beautiful young lady.
I'm 100%. Gorgeous. I say, huh?
Beautiful young lady. I'm like, man, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He said milk or magnesia. No,
I think they pose, but like we know what it is. It's that they're trying to nitpick, because they know Fable looks great, right? It looks great. So they're trying to nitpick, trying to find something wrong with it's not gameplay. Well, it said in game footage.
In game footage.
Yeah, they're lying.
It's a difference between gameplay and game footage and engine. I don't think people are too intelligent out here, Dirk.
Exactly, bro. And like you can see the gameplay in there. So okay. Now, the character is ugly. Come on, man. This stuff has to end, bro. It's just like this. Us Xbox fans, we will sit here and say a certain PlayStation game looks good. I can say, yo, man, God of War looks great. It's a great game. I can say Horizon Zero Dawn, that game looked great. I can say that, but when it comes to Xbox, they never
can't.
They mess everything. So Fable looks incredible. So instead of saying, okay, I'll give Xbox a W for that. That game looks great. That's not really. That's CGI and the main character is ugly. Come on, man.
Hey, Dirk, it's that Xbox showcase was on the 11th. It is the 17th, and they are still crying.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot longer, Post. I'm telling you.
Man.
They're going to be crying all year, next year.
They are still crying on Twitter.
I think they traumatized at this point because reality just set in. Like, yo, we have a limited edition Starfield with a watch coming out. It's a console seller. It is completely sold out. You can't even get this game nowhere, on the shelf, especially on the limited edition version, especially like Best Buy and retail and GameStop. And then you turn around after all that capping and cooning, you got to sit there and eat it and understand that this game will not be on your platform of choice.
Oh, that's that.
And you got to accept that. You got to accept it.
All right, shout out to R&B, aka the Underground Gamer, with the $10. Thank you, brother. He said, "I hate to drop out. I couldn't be in there trying to cut a diss track on my PS4 DS mic, like some Sony podcast I know." Shout out to SOG and WBG. When worlds collide, Mello, I remember now you got that PS5. Shout out to my brother Max City Entertainment with the $5. Just came out at Final Fantasy 16. Told Japanese people they have to learn English if they want to play FF16. These niggas racist towards everyone. FF16 is dog shit. Wait, hold on, Max. They told who?
I didn't know they told
They
people
told-
you gotta learn
From what
English.
I saw, they said that the lip sync for the Japanese like language isn't in sync. I
So they
guess
told
the
them to
English
listen to
language-
it in English.
I don't know what they told them, but I know that's what I read, that the Japanese lip sync is, lip movement isn't in sync or whatever you say, but the English version is. Like when they're speaking English, it lip syncs, but when they speak in Japanese, it doesn't.
So basically, they use English firsthand instead
Right.
of Japanese. Yeah.
Instead of they
Wow.
That's what I read. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I read.
That's what I saw on Twitter early when I didn't understand. It was like use the English version because the Japanese version is not in sync.
Yeah.
Wait, so they're telling Japanese gamers to use the
English.
subtitles? No way.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's like that. It's crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of to point out those two things. Also, Mello Flintlock it's another game that's been delayed.
Oh, here you go.
So that's going to kick off the show, right? We're going to kick off the show with discussing 2023 and how a lot of games are moving to 2024. And I'm gonna ask y'all: is this one of the greatest generations or greatest years in gaming? It's so many games coming this year. You have, and then a whole host of games moving to 2024. And I think, and I don't got a problem with that, because despite the games that moved to 2024, and Microsoft got a lot of first party games in 2024 and a lot of third party games coming in 2024. 2023 is still about to be a fucking epic year, right? And I see people getting out of way of Starfield.
They they are moving.
Let me tell you something. I see people getting out of after that showing. People in and I'm talking about gaming journalists are saying that Starfield Direct was the greatest game breakdown ever.
Yeah,
they saying in history, like ever, in terms of, and you think about it on that level that they didn't even show everything. It was
right,
so
they
much.
mentioned that, right? They tease you at the end. They tease you.
They tease you. They say, look, it's so much to show. We still haven't showed you everything. So I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about some games moving to 2024? In terms of 2023, what we had, this Diablo 4, you done had Zelda, you got Spider-Man 2 coming this year, Starfield,
Jedi Survivor.
I mean, yeah, we had Dead Island 2.
Yep, which was fire, by the way.
Hi-Fi Rush,
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter,
Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat 1 dropping.
Man, bro,
this is a crazy
Zelda
year.
coming out this year too.
Alan Wake, Payday
And then,
3.
how would you compare
3.
this year to previous years? Because I know, what was that, 20? What was that? I know the 360.
I still feel like
2007.
2007.
Yeah,
What, I think that was the year. Wasn't it, Dirt?
yeah.
Well, it was
Halo
crazy.
3, Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Crazy year, bro.
So what y'all think
07.
about? What y'all think about this year in terms of the bombardment of games, and that it's so many IPs that developers, really can move their shit into 2024, and we're not complaining.
Bro, well, let me say this. Post, I love it, bro, because we know when COVID hit, there were some games that got delayed, and it seems like, it was a chain reaction. Like, this game got delayed, these games got delayed, Then the next year, the games that were supposed to drop the previous year, they will move to the next year. And it seems like 2023 is where most of those games that got delayed is hitting now, right? And there's still some that didn't make it this year that's delayed to next year.
Yep.
So 2023 is absolutely stacked, bro. Start off with Hi-Fi Rush. I finished Dead Island 2, dope game. Finished Hi-Fi Rush. Playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Diablo 4. Y'all ain't mentioned Diablo 4. That's a game of the year contender. I don't really rock out with Nintendo, but Zelda is a very popular game. Man,
Street Fighter
6, that's dope. We got MK1, Starfield. Man, like you said, Post, the Starfield Direct has people tripping out there, bro.
Yes, sir.
Got people tripping.
Not to mention Forza and then
Right, Forza, man. We got. I would say Redfall too, but I'm just like.
I'ma still say Redfall.
Hey, let me Redfall.
I had fun with Redfall.
I finished it too. I finished
Shout out
Redfall.
to Kyle Webb with the 499. They're still talking about Street Fighter. They're still talking about Starfield at 30 frames per second. Not only does no other game like Starfield exist, PlayStation has the weakest roadmap we've seen in a decade. Down
Yeah,
there.
they roadmap looks shit, bro.
Let me tell y'all something.
Talk that shit, bro.
I'm gonna tell
Knights
y'all
of the
something.
Republic got delayed.
Yeah, it got moved to another developer. When you gonna see it?
Nah, it died.
Will you even see it this generation? We know we ain't seeing factions. This
Right.
That's
generation.
just too.
I was just about
I'm just
to
gonna say that too.
I was
To
just
be
about to say that.
determined. To be determined.
You feel me? Look, that's why I say, look, man, go out there and strut your stuff. If they gonna hate, let them hate. They gonna hate with a T on it. They out there whining. I'm seeing tweets. I'm like, why you still crying about Starfield? Okay, it's 30 frames per second, but it ain't coming on your system. So why you worried about it?
Man.
Let me worry about that. Let me enjoy that. Cause
Where's factions?
hey,
On the back of a milk carton sitting on
last I heard, they put it on the shelf. The top shelf over to the left by the corner.
Yeah, they thought Metal Gear was gonna save them. Guess where that's going?
Can we take a moment to point out the fact that they're spending more effort and more energy worried about 30 frames per second on the game that they say they don't have no intentions of playing.
Right.
But not making a fuss about Last of Us, Factions 2 missing. Not making a fuss about
Sony about that. They didn't even press Naughty Dog about that. No. You know how bad they press feel about, and that's crazy. They are press feel, right? They'll talk about Xbox. They'll talk about the ecosystem, how they don't enjoy it. But the minute something that affect us, now I can see us pressing Xbox because we enjoy the ecosystem. They are press feel before they're pressed. They didn't even press Sony or Naughty Dog and say, we need answers.
Yeah.
You're right.
But the minute Phil do something to their community, or I won't even say do something, but the minute something happens that affect us, the first thing they do is run to a motherfucking podcast.
Exactly. You know what remind me of, Post? It's like that neighbor that'll step outside and laugh at your yard because weeds growing, but they house on fire.
Oh shit. Oh.
I'm just
somebody get that man a blanket. God damn.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But this is a hell of a year. And go ahead, finish up there.
Oh no! I was done for the most part. This is a great year, man. You know, for gamers, there's a bunch of good shit coming out.
I think it automatically trumps last year, like hands down.
Yeah. Hands down by far.
Yeah.
I think it trumps a lot of years. This is going to be the most competitive year for Game of the Year than it's been in decades.
I did love 2021 though. Like we had Psychonauts 2, It Takes Two. Like there was a lot of good games that came out that year.
Two was my shit.
Great games.
Me and Noah had so fun co-oping that. Let me tell you something. I'm not a achievement person.
Yeah.
Right? But every time I play with Noah, he forced me to get every fucking achievement
I mean, that's no.
in the game, right? We beat It Takes Two, and I thought I was done. You know, hit me up. You ready to
it's
boot-
more.
He said,
It's
"You ready?"
more.
He said, "You ready to boot up?" I said, "We just beat it." He said, "No, we got to get the rest.
You gotta get the coins.
We got to go find the rest of the achievements." I said, "What?" Yeah, but yeah, I think Psychonauts 2. But if you look at this year, right, you got Diablo 4, which is going to be a game of the year contender. Zelda for sure, which is going to be a game of the year contender. And for many, they thought Zelda was going to run away with it, and it still might. Until that Starfield,
Right.
Just Starfield drop.
Direct.
Mm-mm.
And it's another game. I think I'm missing one.
We talking about like as far as Goldie contenders?
Yeah, it's a lot.
We got Alan Wake 2,
Well,
How
that
Far
ain't
Rush,
the same.
Resident Evil 4,
Hogwarts.
Starfield, Hogwarts
Hogwarts,
Legacy,
Yeah.
Half-Hour
Rush.
Half-Hour Rush.
Rush was so fire. That ending.
What else? Mortal Kombat. Well, I don't think Mortal Kombat 1 gonna be a
I
contender,
don't
but
know if Resident Evil is going to be a
Nah.
game of the
you
year
don't think Resident
contender.
Evil 4? What did they
Hell
score?
no.
No,
I think Zelda automatically kind of boot a
Zelda,
lot of
yeah.
them games out. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think Alan Wake 2 gonna be there.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
Zelda.
gonna be a good game, but Zelda kind of upper echelon it, like
Hey, bro,
put itself in a different space until that Starfield Direct. I'm gonna say it again.
Resident Evil 4 scored a 93.
Yeah,
yeah,
be in the
but
conversation.
we played that game like 15 years ago, though.
Talk that shit down.
Thank you.
They still
Thank
might-
you.
Hey, but they still might slide it in there though.
Man.
It's
I
Jeff
ain't gonna
Keighley
use
you
that.
talking about, right?
Yeah, they still might slide.
As
it
a
in there.
filler, yeah, but you can't win
Yeah,
shit.
Phil,
That
maybe.
ain't
Filler.
winning nothing.
Has a fighting game ever won game of the year?
No.
Or even been
Nah.
Okay, I just
don't
wanted to
know.
make
I'm
sure.
sorry, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
got Starfield on the
That
you got
Street Fighter
Starfield on the
6 is
table.
different.
Ain't nothing to talk about
Think
right
about it,
now.
like,
We got
Tekken-
Starfield on the table.
Tekken's coming out too.
Yeah.
I think Tekken come out next year though. Next
Yeah.
Oh, Tekken
I
been
think
pushed
Tekken
back
might
to
be
Is that next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, this year stack, and then 2024 average. Even Arc 2 got pushed back to the end of 2024, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
did.
Damn.
Art got pushed back. I'm pretty sure they're gonna push back Stalker 2. Unfortunate again.
You know what?
And
know what?
Age of Empires 4 console edition.
Thank
Yeah.
God for Game Pass.
And nothing on Warhammer Black Tide. That's probably
tell
gonna
you
get
something.
pushed back.
Yeah, I
This
haven't heard
commercial has
anything
been
about that.
brought to you by the bots. Be beautiful and be botified. Let me tell
Bot
you
Nation,
something.
what's that?
Bot Nation, let me tell you something. As we sit up here and name all these games entitled, just think about Game Pass and what it do for your pockets.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
And if this ABK deal go through, just think.
Mm.
Diablo 4 Game Pass.
My
I
cup
ain't
run
even
up
have-
over.
I ain't have to come out my pocket. Even though
My
Overwatch
cup run
2,
up over.
even though Overwatch 2 is free, what if they do it like they did the last joint from the PC joint where they give you all the
Yeah,
Yeah.
like League of Legends and Valorant.
Yes.
Like they give you all the agents, all the
Yeah.
like DLC and whatnot. You know,
let me say,
they'll hook it up.
Game Pass appreciates your pockets. Game Pass understands the struggles that your pockets may see sometimes. That's why it gives you the best value in gaming. You can't get this nowhere else.
Wow.
So as I look, right, as I look it over the Xbox mountaintop, I can see the Game Pass on it. Like,
Yes, sir.
Yes, Pastor.
beaming
Yes.
down on the Bot Nation. You feel me? It is beaming
Won't he
down
do
on
it?
the- You feel me?
Won't
You
he
feel
do
me?
it?
Let me tell you something. You got every Bethesda game, day one in Game Pass. If this ABK deal, every Activision game, Phil gonna split them studios up and say, get to work on shit you want to do on your own. Game Pass day and date. You know how much money you finna save with Game Pass? I don't think people really understand.
Man.
You could cry about $180 a year, but I think last year they had over $7,500 worth of games and Game Pass that we got access to. And people screaming about $180 a year when Game Pass saving you $7,000.
Facts, bro.
Easily.
What are
Hey,
we doing here?
I got a
Hey,
little
what's up?
speculation
Talk
on
to
my
me,
end.
Dirk.
I want to talk about regards to that Activision deal. This is my way of thinking. My
Hold on.
speculation.
We gonna
Wait.
get
Oh,
down.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on, that's strong arm, but that's lawyer time. We ain't at the lawyer
Oh,
time.
go ahead.
Hold
No,
on.
I'm just saying why you on that topic? Why you on that topic? Right.
No,
I just want to say this because Phil got that gift for gab, right?
Mhm.
Imagine we get all those legacy titles, all those legacy Activision titles, even the licensed one with Disney. Just think about all the classic games we could be playing on Game Pass.
It's coming. It's coming. and they scared over there. Don't let them fool you. They is scared over there.
Look, man. I'm an adult, right? I'm 46 years old, man.
Talk that talk.
Talk your shit.
I got a daughter in college. I got one of this graduated from college. I got a
Ooh,
daughter. that's about to start high
congratulations,
school.
brother.
Thank
Daddy
you, brother.
achievements right here. We talking daddy
Thank you, brother.
achievements. Go
Hey,
ahead.
put them salutes in the chat, man. That's
Yeah.
a father.
So let me
right
tell you
there.
something. When you think about what Game Pass does for me, now I can't speak for everybody else. I can speak for myself.
Come on now.
When the game like Starfield, Hi-Fi Rush, Redfall dropped, even third-party games that's coming, like what's the game they showed at the show?
Liza P.
Liza P.
Yeah.
Wow.
Path of Goodness, or Goddess, or whatever the name of that game is. There's games coming to the service that I'm interested in, and guess what? I don't have to buy them outright. They come into the subscription, meaning as a husband, as a father,
Wow.
save some damn
Good
money.
father.
As
Good
a
father.
father.
You got these
Good
words
husband.
out here talking about I buy my games. They're celebrating because PlayStation said we are not putting our games in PlayStation Plus, and they celebrating.
Broke
celebrate
nigga
that
mentality.
shit too.
Talk
Who
that.
does that?
Talk to him, Jesus. Talk to him.
Broke nigga mentality. Go ahead.
Who goes to Best Buy, see a 60-inch TV on sale, and say, no, I don't want the sale price.
Yeah.
Give me the full price. I want to support Samsung or LG.
Plus tax. I wanna pay
Bankrupt
full
me,
price
Jesus.
plus
Bankrupt
tax.
me.
Who does that? Some of these dumbass ponies. I hate you all.
Dirty mother.
Charge me the full thing, Lord.
Charge me
Homie
the full
nigga.
price. I don't want to save money. Charge me the full price.
You see this coupon right? I don't need it.
I don't need that coupon. Move that to the side. Give that to the poor man behind me.
Matter of fact, you can charge me.
plus tax.
You can charge me extra tax.
Charge me New York State tax. Shit, because I want to pay extra. Who does that, man?
Bling bling. Goddamn.
Hey, Dirk, you know what's crazy in all this, though, brother?
What's
That
up,
Sony came out and said game sales, their games are not selling. They're not selling because of the high price.
Hold on, Chris. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, mother. I don't care who podcast you. Don't say a word to me, you piece of trash.
Snipers in the chat.
Oh,
do
no,
you
no,
snipe
talk your shit. Cuss that nigga out.
That
You
pony.
need to.
Slap that pony. Hey,
Hey,
yo,
don't talk to
you know
me.
why that is, folks?
Okay,
You know why they not
I'm
selling?
getting snipers in the chat full authority today. We finna have an Xbox culture celebration over here. We don't
Echo
even know
champ
that
over here
next
today,
week.
you piece of shit.
You feel me?
Hey, yo,
But
Dirt. Hey, Pose, you know
okay.
why they not selling?
Yeah, go ahead, Noah.
Because you got these hardcore dudes on Twitter buying 5 or 6 consoles, storing it in their basement.
Man,
You got these scalpers buying PS5.
You go
PS5
with
ain't
the
hot like
scalpers,
that, bro. It ain't hot like that.
you go with the scalpers.
It ain't hot like that. I can count on one hand how many people I know got a PlayStation.
The
I
only
know
dudes
more.
I know in my personal life that got PlayStation 5s, the casuals, bro. They casuals. They bought their PS5 for Madden, 2K, and Call of Duty.
Yep.
And the only reason
That's
they bought
it.
a PS5 over Xbox because they just thought, hey, that's the thing to get because PS4 is more popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dirk.
Yep.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Shout out to my brother Iron Mike with the $5. This year might be the best since 2007. That year we got BioShock, COD 4, Halo 3, and Mass Effect. Yep, Dirk was saying that.
Yeah.
Yep. A crazy year.
That was a crazy year, bro. I remember that vividly, man. 360. Ooh, 360 was the shit, man.
Cooking. It was. Let me tell you
I
something.
forgot BioShock came out that year too. Fire.
It was popping
You know-
with the grease, brother. Let me tell you something. 360 was so popping. Even with the red ring of death, I know people that went through 8 of them joints.
I went through 3 of them. Hey, bro. Hey, I don't know if you remember on the documentary. I don't know who said it, but people was like, I wasn't mad at Xbox that my console red ring. I just wanted it back as soon as possible because it was so fire.
Yup.
Okay, because my mind went. I was okay. How long my shit gonna be gone? A week and a half. Damn.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part, bro. I wasn't mad.
That was the thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Go
That
ahead,
was the
Noah.
thing.
Oh, the crazy thing about 2007 for me was I had all them games and I was unemployed. I don't know how I did it. The guy made a way. We didn't have Game Pass.
God made a way, huh?
Hold on.
I had them all.
Hey, Noah, if I was 31, if I was 31 in 2007, how old was you?
2000. I was born in '86, so that would make me.
Oh, so you was like 21 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a little young. He was a little young punk
was
living at your
84
mom's crib with no
shit.
job. huh?
Yeah. But hey, yo, I'll leave a job. I'll leave a
I
job.
definitely ain't had
for the
no
drop of a
job
dime,
then.
baby.
No, hold on. King's Blood Top 360. Hey, we bring it up for a point. We brought up the 360 because Post was talking about 2007. This ain't 2017. Don't come in here with that bullshit. Acting like this the Xbox One generation.
Hey, that's my brother. He always trying to start a pod. Shout out to Ray Blade with the $2. Hello, brothers in green, WBG and SOG, NTTS listening. Yes, sir. Talk that shit. Shout out to Sean, man. King's Blood Gaming with the $4.99. Xbox dudes always talking 360 fam. That was over a decade ago. Y'all going outside. You just jumping in. That's why you don't know what the
That's
hell
what I'm
you
talking
talking
about.
about.
That's why I said
All I'm
so.
saying
You
is,
my brother, but go sit your ass down somewhere.
the
Go ahead.
Last of Us came out damn near a decade ago, and y'all
And they
still
still
talking about
celebrating it. They
Right.
still
We want to
celebrating
talk
it.
about that.
You feel me? Game trailers with the $5 this year will be good, but still not going to be better than 2004 and 1998.
So let's get
I
hold
don't know about that one. Hold on.
98.
I mean,
This
I
nigga went
was
back in
talking about
98.
98. Damn,
That
that's
man
the
went
PS1
back.
days right there. Let me and the N64 day. Let me see.
Yeah,
He's
be
a
alive
game
in 98.
connoisseur. He's a game connoisseur.
Right.
Damn, I don't even know what happened that year. Let me
But
see.
yeah, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
know what
let
I
me
was
see.
doing in 1998. I wasn't, man. I was in the
98.
streets.
Oh shit, Metal Gear Solid,
Okay.
Resident Evil 2, Banjo-Kazooie, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of
That shit
Time,
was
one of the
fire.
highest rated games ever.
Yeah, I think it is the highest rated
Spyro,
game
Sonic
ever.
Adventure. I mean,
Now, I know I wasn't playing
Ain't
none of them
messing-
games day one. I probably got them
Nah.
games the year after.
98
I
got
had to got them
some
J's out
more.
the bargain
like
bin.
3 years later.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all
Nah.
got it, man.
NWO,
I was in the streets by that
NWO
time.
Revenge.
Mm,
That was a big one.
that was a good game.
I don't know if it's messing with 2007 though. Let me see.
Parasite.
2004 though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I had that
19
revenge.
98 got some smoke. Hey,
Yeah,
I
it does
know
some
98 was good,
98, yeah.
but since then it's been games that come on now, y'all got to stop with that shit. Come
Now
on
2004 though, I think 2004 smacking 98, bro.
What
What
was
we
that?
got in
Solid
04?
3.
What we got in 04?
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, GTA San Andreas,
Yeah, never mind.
Ooh.
Oh,
Half-Life
you got it.
2, Def Jam
Oh,
Fight for
God.
New York, Halo
Oh,
2,
man.
Fable,
Oh yeah,
Star Wars
It's
Old
over.
Republic 2,
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Jack 3,
That's a
Spider-Man
nasty
2,
year.
bro.
That's
they
a
had
nasty
some.
year.
Yeah.
Jam Fight for
That's
New
a
York.
nasty
Mortal Kombat
year.
in
That's tough.
2004
That's
looking
tough.
crazy, bro.
I give you OFO.
Yeah,
I
that
give you
over.
04.
Oh,
04 with.
I do that
Not-
because in terms of sale numbers, Halo 2 was competing with World of Warcraft that year.
Yeah, bro. Halo 2 was a
Man,
monster.
Halo 2 went crazy.
Yeah, that shit. Oh man, yeah, that is a crazy year. Shout out to Apollo Cooper with the $2. 360 marketed all games that are classic now. So while we're on this subject, we're gonna roll into one of the topic, and that is the Xbox One era. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because Microsoft recently announced that they are no longer making games for the Xbox One, and I think they don't even develop that thing no more either. They stopped
heck you
developing
don't.
it a long time ago. But I'm so happy that they took this step, and I want to it's like Xbox One era was supposed to be special for me, and the reason why I say that is because the initial announcement of what the Xbox One was supposed to be.
Okay.
That didn't pan out. I still miss the split screen joint where you're able to watch TV. I just remember days playing Xbox Live in the podcast with Z-Nim, playing Gears of War while even having the Cubs game or the Chicago Bulls game in the right corner of the TV. Chilling, kicking. Man, bro, those was the days, right?
Yeah, what?
The Xbox One era had some great games, man. Gears in that era was fucking addictive. I don't know how many hours I put in Gears on one of those systems. Then you had Rise, Son of Rome. I didn't get into what's the joint from Capcom? The
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. I didn't get into that game, but I
That's
know a
what's
lot
fire,
of people.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people love it. So I just want to ask y'all in terms of that era being over. And I want to say this before I let y'all slide in. I said on Twitter that the Donnie D era is finally over, right? When they announced this. And people say, well, Phil took over 10 years ago. Yeah, it took him 10 years to get where he is now in terms of the Xbox Series S and what we have from here on now. Everything now that comes out, content and IP-wise, this is the first generation where you can't connect Phil to no past person who ran Xbox in terms of IP. You was able to do that in the Xbox One era. You was able, well, Donnie D funded that game. Donnie D funded this game. Phil didn't do that. You could no longer say that because everything from here on out is Phil Vision and his content. That's what I meant by that statement. Why people was talking about, well, he took over in 2014. Yeah, and since then, y'all been telling us, oh, Phil didn't do that. Donnie D did that. Well, y'all can't say that no more. That's what I meant by that tweet. Y'all can't say it no more. Y'all can't hold that man or try to down him and put his accolades on Donnie D. You can no longer do that. So what I want to know is Xbox One era. What was y'all favorite games from that? And are y'all excited that now we're probably the only system right now that's fit to have next current gen only games?
Oh man. Was one of y'all going? You want me to go? I'll go.
Go ahead, though.
Yeah, man. Look, the Xbox One generation, they had some great games the first half of that gen, bro. No doubt about it. I love the Xbox One. But back to your point, this being Phil's Xbox One, you know, we say it all the time.
Yeah.
We talk about how when Phil started in 2014, bro, he had a shit show handed to him.
Thank you, Dirk.
It was obvious, bro. He had a shit show. He had to first off prove and convince Satya and Nadella to keep Xbox around. First off,
exactly. Yep.
You know, he had to do that. And when Xbox, you know, there were some years they just were not developing first party games besides Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Yeah.
I always used to make the joke, say, yo, man, like remember Phil used to say we don't want to show games too early. He was saying that shit because they ain't had no games in development. Yeah. And these dry years that we had, like 2022 or some other years we had that was dry, that's because Xbox had to pretty much rebuild themselves, start over.
Yep.
With developing games. And these games take time, obviously. You know, they bought 7 studios in 2018. They bought Double Fine in 2019. They bought ZeniMax in 2020. Yep. And yeah, some of those teams they bought, they were making multiplats. Those multiplats have come out.
Yep.
Now they're all building exclusive titles for Xbox. So Phil Spencer had to rebuild his brand. I remember saying this before. Somebody clipped it laughing at me. Y'all can kiss my ass, bro, because the truth is the truth. Now check this out.
Yep.
We talk about PlayStation 5 games this generation. Guess who games those were? Sean Layden games.
Wait, hold on, Dirk. Say that again for the people. Say that one more time.
Those were Sean Layden games. Those games were further in development before COVID hit. You know, some of them got delayed, but they came out. Hey, credit to them. 100% credit to them. But now we're about to witness Jim Ryan's PlayStation.
Oh,
Lord. And that showcase was the first sign of Jim Ryan's PlayStation. I want y'all to enjoy that shit. While we had a few dry years post with the Xbox brand.
Hold on, Dirk. You dropping gems. I need you. Look, they need to know. I don't think people really understand that. That last showcase was who?
That was all Jim Ryan, bro. They skipped 2 years.
Facts.
So why?
Facts.
Why? So what? Let me ask you this: why, when over the last years that Phil been in this position, why have PlayStation fans gave Donnie D props for what Phil was doing, right? Right, and then giving Jim Ryan props for what Sean did. Talk to me.
Okay, say that again. So you said there.
Hold on.
Say that again.
Whenever Phil did something, right?
Huh?
PlayStation dudes would say, that ain't Phil, that was Donnie D. Donnie D funded that.
Oh, right. Okay.
So why give Jim Ryan props for what Sean Layton did? But then take away from Phil. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
You
I see
see
what
what-
you said. I see
Oh
what you
my
said.
mother! But I just wanted to emphasize that last showcase was Jim Ryan's vision. Go ahead, Dirk. My bad.
Oh yeah, that's Jim
Hey,
Ryan's vision.
Mellow mute. Your background coming through.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Jim Ryan's vision 100%. All you have to do is pay attention, bro. Even if you go back to the 360 generation, when Don Matrick got hired in 2007, people love to give Don Matrick credit for all these bangers.
Mm.
Those was Peter Moore games. Don Matrick, his vision was that connect shit. Now I will give him credit for the beginning, but I will give him credit for the beginning of the Xbox One generation. They actually had some bangers in there, like Rise.
Now, you got to give that credit to Phil. That was Phil.
Phil was the head of you're right. Phil was the head of first party at the time. You're absolutely
first party studios.
right, because Phil actually did the Tomb Raider deal, and he said that he regretted it or like he wouldn't do another deal like that. But you're right about that. That was Phil was the head of first party at that time.
Because what the media did, right?
Absolutely. So all we have to do is pay attention. Yes, we're Xbox guys, they're PlayStation guys, but if you sit back and pay attention to what's going on, you will see what's happening. Jim Ryan's era, he's already said it. We're going games as a service. They're already showing it. Those 2 CGI trailers, Concord and I can't think of the Payday, the bank heist game. Those are PlayStation first party. And guess what? Those games are early, bro. They still showing CGI trailers. Those games are early. Yeah. So when Phil Spencer got hired in 2014, yes, we had some dry ass years. No doubt about it. Post, you, Noah, we was out there fighting a good fight. Getting our legs beat.
We were swinging.
Getting our legs beat because Xbox ain't had shit. I'll be the first to admit it.
Yeah.
But that was then.
We had to go through.
Things changed in 2017 when Phil Spencer got that promotion. Things change, but things take time, right? Boom.
Facts.
Look where we are now.
Yeah.
Look at PlayStation roadmap. Look at Xbox roadmap. PlayStation roadmap used to be we got Spider-Man, we got Wolverine, we got factions. Now we got Spider-Man, we got Wolverine.
And who the fuck? Where's factions at? Can somebody find factions for me, please?
we got a Jiggly hamburger trailer. What? That's bro. I'm telling you, I'm talking shit because this shit needs to be said.
Cats, and more cats.
You know what
TV.
I realized? You know what
TVs
I realized
and cats.
too? You know what I realized too?
I'm not talking about Payday, y'all. I'm talking about that game from Haven.
It was the bootleg Payday. It looked like Minecraft.
What's the name of it? Y'all know the name of it?
MCAT 28 with the five.
Hold on. Fair
Games. I can't remember. Fair Games. Thank you. That's the game I'm talking about, guys.
MCAT 28 with the $5. If ponies want to spend their money so much, keep that same energy with Popeye's Chicken, the grocery store. I don't want to see no cute.
Facts, bro.
Hey, you got that Popeye's app, boy. They be having. Nah, let me shut up. I'm putting myself out there already. I'm just saying, you got the Popeye's app.
Right,
go to the deal button.
Support the industry. Support the restaurants.
Apollo Cooper with the $2. Look at the games in 08. Tell me it wasn't stacked.
All right, I'm about to look at it now.
Okay, and then Ricardo Islam 314 with the $2. Dirt back. Big as fuck, built like a depressed baby mama.
Hey, Rico, how dare you? Hey man, we on post show.
Hold on. Even though you won't stay the game and you still a piece of shit.
Yeah, hey,
You
man,
know,
show some
so
respect,
shit.
Rico.
you feel me?
Show some damn respect.
I will say this though. I will say this. In Dirt just
Ooh.
spoke nothing but facts. I will say this though.
It's 2008 looking fire, by the way. He ain't lying, but go
If
ahead.
you look back through the years, right? The OG box was the bro box, the shooter box. Xbox ain't, and even back then they were saying Xbox they had no games, all they had was shooters, right?
Mhm. Right.
You go into the 360 and the Xbox One era, Halo, Gears, and Forza, Halo, Gears, and Forza. Now you in field era. Halo don't even have the same prestige as it did back. They don't even need to rely on Halo. Look where they at. Look at the diversity in first party IP. You can't call it the shooter box no more. You can't call it the Halo, Gears, and Forza box anymore. Just
Speak on
look. Look at what they
Speak
showed.
on it.
What you gonna call it? The motherfucking G box. Fuck are you talking about? The G stand for Game Pass and we G's. Let me tell you something. Fable, Clockwork, Perfect Dark, Elder Scroll. The list just go on. It's the what Phil has done in terms of broadening the portfolio and bringing a diverse portfolio of first party IPs along with some great indie games. Because if you looked at that showcase extended game, that what's that game? Mecho Ball? What the damn, I forgot that. It's an indie game. Look, fire. And look, I gotta find it. But I'm just saying, what you gonna call the Xbox now? You can't just say Halo, Gears, and Forza because it ain't that no more.
Right.
And guess what? You didn't see Halo at that showcase. You ain't see Gears at that showcase. You saw Forza, but they didn't even put that much light on Forza.
Yeah, right.
It was just a trailer and moved on. That let y'all know they got so many IPs and stuff in the making. They don't even have to rely on their main IPs no more. And guess what? That show was one of the best shows without they two main IPs and with Halo and Gears.
That shows you how far they've come, Post.
Thank you. That's all I was trying to say.
Yep.
That's all I was trying to say.
Took some time to get here, but we here now, brother.
Look, and I just realized that. I'm like, yo, we just had a show where Forza pretty much took the back seat and how they displayed it. Halo or Gears didn't even show up.
Yeah.
And the game community is on fire right now.
Gears ain't been around so long. People asking for Gear 6. yo, people like, man, where Gear 6 at? We want to see Gears.
Jax 82 with the $4.99. Despite 2022 for Xbox was not great, we ended it with a Plague's Tale Requiem, Vampire Survivor, and High on Life 2023. We cooking now. Yep. High on Life just got an expansion.
Yep, it's coming. Yep.
That Plague's Tale, that shit was fire.
Even though it's multiplayer, that shit was fire, and it was in Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass day one.
Trey Bone 408 with the $2. Like my tweet said, Starfield is open universe. Not
I saw that. Yeah, it was a good tweet, bro. I liked it. Yeah. Good shit.
So as we don't RIP Xbox over here.
Facts.
We just say farewell to the Xbox One era. You did what you could.
Yeah,
and we appreciate the little you did. You held the line and you held up well because now we in position.
They learned a lot from the Xbox One
Postman. Era. I'm not gonna lie. I probably played more video games in the Xbox One era than I ever have.
Man, talk, Dev.
Facts.
Me too,
talk,
bro.
Dev.
I still love the gen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because I've actually played more genres on the Xbox One than I have.
Me too, bro.
Any other console, like Xbox One, opened me up to the Diablo series. I wasn't playing Diablo.
Hey, yo, Noah. Games like The Witcher, like the first time I finished the game that long, bro. The Witcher 3, I beat that shit. Right, the shit took me.
Play that.
Man, boy, you missing out, Post. That
Witcher 3 is one of the best games ever made, bro.
Ever made. From the DLC
Which one
to
should
the
I start first?
3. Let's start with 3. Fuck the other.
Just go with 3.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Witcher 2 was my introduction to the Witcher series, and it was fire when it came on the Xbox.
You know, I gotta ask. Is it still in Game Pass?
I believe so. I think so.
I'll check, but if not, I'll cop it though. But I hear a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game
bro.
was so-
Yeah, Witcher 3 was a
I've
staple.
never really been into games like that back then, right?
Right.
Bought that shit, loved it, fell in love with those style of games. I finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Bro, it took me, I beat Valhalla 180 hours, bro. I couldn't believe that shit, but I enjoy every minute of it, you know. But the Witcher 3, the Xbox One era, that's what it did for me, man. Just opened me up to a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe because I'm older, but open me up to a whole different genre of games, man.
Shout out to Epic 28 with the $2. Xbox has no games. Nah, Xbox has your games.
or games that you want.
We got R&B, aka the Underground Gamer, BKA the BBW Master. You feel me? With the $5. If you don't know, y'all know now. Xbox diversity, PlayStation, Spider-Man, cats, and movies.
Yes.
PK Thunder, whoa, with the $2. If your Xbox is not on GP, you lame. Talk. You better tell them, PK. You better tell them. But yeah, the Xbox One era, for me,
no, it's not in Game Pass.
Was incredible. It's okay. I can still cop. I can get it for the low.
Yeah.
Because that Gears, let me tell y'all something. When that Gears, man, let me tell you, that multiplayer, I'm talking about, I can't even remember how many hours I put into Gears back then. But I can say this, though. I'm really glad that from here on out, First Party is going to be able to focus solely on the Series X and S and PC. Meaning that in terms of current generation games, the quality that we want to see, we should start seeing that moving forward. And we're about to start seeing that. Hellblade showed you that. Fable showed you the quality of the games, how the games could look when they're able to focus on current gen hardware and not have to worry about the Xbox One or previous hardware. So that's fire.
Yeah.
So I do want to I wanted to talk about something else before we moved on. Oh yeah, while we talking about the Xbox One era, we can definitely go into Phil came out and some people was telling me, oh, it's gonna be a Pro, it's gonna be a PS5 Pro and the Xbox Pro. Remember Noah?
Yeah.
Mellow?
Yeah. I was me right here. I said it.
Me too.
Huh?
I'm still doubling down on what I said. Yeah.
Let's discuss it. Let's discuss
Okay, we definitely finna discuss it. Phil came out and pretty much said there's no need for Xbox Pro right now.
Right now.
And it's no need for one.
Keyword right now.
I said right now. He didn't say right now. He just said ain't no need for one.
He ain't say that, Pope.
I could go get the
He
quote.
said right now, at this very moment, this second.
There's no need for it.
You know, you just add words to that brother's mouth like I did. Let me tell you something. All I'm saying is this. Sony was talking about the PS5 Pro before the PS5 even released.
Xbox did too, though.
No, they didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, they didn't. No, you didn't. You ain't
Post,
gonna do that.
post,
No,
post.
we ain't about to do
He
that.
said, "Post." Did Phil not say we are already working on the next Xbox? When the Xbox
That was
Series
for the
X.
next generation. What are you talking about?
No. He said that for the Series X.
No.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Maybe find the interview where he said it.
No, go find the interview, brother, because we ain't
maybe
gonna
find
do
the
this.
interview. He said that we are already working on the next Xbox.
Let me tell you, they always do that, Noah. They do that every generation. The minute the first one go out the door, they already working on the next system that's coming, the next generation. But that's not a Pro, though. That's not a Pro. That's a next generation system. The reason why I say that is this. I think this generation is gonna be because you know, Noah, like, he's stubborn. You feel me? He gonna stand.
I just want to say this is the first time that I'm not beefing with nobody on the panel. Shout out to me.
Oh yeah, we go at it. Let me tell you something. We go at it. Let me tell you something. Look, I've said multiple times that there is no need for a Pro right now, right? And the reason why they're probably talking about PS5 Pro is because Sony know that hardware can only last so long with those type of specs, right? I'm telling you this, and this for both systems. Neither one of them have been tapped fully. While we're looking for a pro system,
there.
and West game,
But
look at some of these games that's being announced. They still built on last generation systems.
let me counter your argument, Post. You done? You done?
No, let me finish. Let me get all mine out.
Get it all out. Get it all out.
Hold on, and then we're gonna let the guests get theirs in first. Man, no. Look, all I'm saying is this. Look, I've been adamant from day one. Even when I was arguing with Z, there's no need for a pro system right now. These systems are more than capable right now, and they haven't been tapped. When you look at these showcases, it's very few games that really wowed you, that really looked impressive, right? And the only ones that does look impressive is because they're current gen only, right? And then you still got games that's coming from 2020, 2021 that started on old engines and on that old hardware that probably moved over to the new hardware. And you can tell, like.
But at what cost, Post?
Huh?
At what cost?
What you mean at what cost? All I'm telling you is that these systems haven't been fully utilized, and y'all want a pro. You didn't just spend $500 on a system that got 12 T-flops of power, 16 gigabytes of RAM, all types of stuff, and you ain't even using. You know what?
Let me clap back, man. Let me clap back.
You've been
talking long enough.
That's because you buy all them damn GPUs. That's the problem.
You've been talking long enough, Post.
Shut me up then.
I agree with you. We haven't seen the true capability of these consoles. I completely agree. Microsoft has yet to show us XVA, the Xbox Velocity architecture. There's still a lot of untapped potential in these consoles. But as you see with some of these new engines, right? As we start getting more of these true next-gen games, there's going to be a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is going to be performance and resolution. So you got diehard fans out there that want to remain on console, but we want the highest, the best image quality and the best performance we can get out of a box. This is where you target your pro consoles, your mid-gen refresh. Look at the games we're starting to get now. Post, these games are targeting like 1080p, 1200p, and dropping below 60. Yeah, some of it is optimization, but some of it is hardware limitation, bro. One more thing: when these consoles drop when they got announced in 2019, the big kid on the block was the 2080 Ti. Bro, we got a 4090 out now, bro. The atmosphere is a lot different in 3 years than when these consoles got announced. So imagine 2 years from now. You don't think we need a mid-gen refresh in 2 or 3 years?
Well, I mean, when comparing PCs, like, what's really the main differences from the 2080 to the 4090?
Huge, very huge.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm adding. Like, as far as like frame rate and resolution.
So you got to look at games where games are now and where games will be in a couple of years from now. So the 4090 can run most current titles about 4K 20 or 4K 120, right? Maybe with DLSS on in some cases. The 2080 can hit 4K, but a lot of times dipping below it can hit 4K, but maybe slightly above 30 frames per second and frequently dipping below 30.
You said 30?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The 2080 is not as powerful in 2023 as it was in 2020, and that's just because of the scale of games we're getting now. Does that make sense?
Nope.
I feel like a lot more goes into PC gaming than in console. Like, being able to hit 4K 30 on console is still an accomplishment compared to like how big the games are. It all depends.
Well, we call it 4K, but it's not really 4K. It's upscaled. A lot of times we're even like getting dynamic resolution, and it's upscaled. There's tricks to make it appear 4K, but it's not truly native 4K.
Well, it depends. All I'm saying is this: Mike City Entertainment with the $2. Bye bye Jaguar Chords. It's been real. This all I'm saying. I just don't think we're ready for if look. I look at this right. Usually towards the end of a generation is where developers really start squeezing everything up out of on the consoles, right? Then we got to take into account COVID played a 2-year role, maybe 2-3-year role, and kind of pushing everything back and putting things on hold. I do believe this generation will be extended. Now I'm saying the pro. I'm not saying the pro ain't gonna come this generation. I'm pretty sure. I just think it's no need for it now. You gotta understand. You look at Hellblade 2, right? And they're saying that's in gameplay. You look at Fable. They're saying we're getting. If that's current gen now, this early in the generation, if we're going to be getting games that look like that this early in the generation, and the systems haven't really been tapped that much, you can imagine what's still there that haven't really been squads out. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Post,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it was Forza Horizon 5. Like, what did that run on the Series X?
That's 4K 60, yeah.
That's 4K 60.
Nah, it's not native 4K 60. It's like I think
it's 4K 60.
Nah,
ain't with all that extra shit.
It's down 1800p, bro. And that game came out in 2020.
All right, that game was 4K 60, and you remember watching the trailer for that game and how it transitioned into gameplay, and you couldn't tell. You thought you were still watching a trailer.
Right, but listen to what you're saying. That was 3 years ago. You got to think ahead. 2 or 3 years from now,
they were doing that 3 years ago. Imagine what's about to release next year.
But I'm telling you that the resolution and the frame rate is going to drop the more they push these consoles. Something has to give. You can't have your cake and eat it too. For $500.
I just feel like not every game is going to be as expanding as Starfield is.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying every game.
That's like a once in a generation game. If that.
I'm not saying every game is not gonna. Every game is not gonna run like shit on these consoles once the pro consoles drop.
Witness the truth. I feel like native 4K. Forza Horizon is
native 4K.
I feel like if they drop a pro console within the next 2 years, I want my fucking money back.
Thank you,
Dan. We haven't got shit that is utilized full potential yet.
Go ahead, Derek.
You know what?
Yeah, bro.
This is what I think. I think they probably will do mid-gen refreshes. I don't know, man. Last generation, when they did mid-gen refreshes, it made a little bit more sense because the PS4 and the Xbox One kind of release week.
Yeah.
The PS5 and the Xbox Series, they're not releasing. They didn't release week. Nope. It's just they were still doing so many cross-generational games. So now we're starting to see some next gen only games, but Noah has a point also. The more graphical these games get, they're not going to probably be 4K 60, because maybe we do need a pro. But Phil, like when they asked Phil, was it last week they asked him and he said we don't need that right now, whatever. Now I asked Randall Thor the same question this past week on WBG, and he said, what else is Phil going to say? He's not going to say, yo, we got one coming too. Exactly. He ain't going to say that because PlayStation hasn't officially announced theirs. It's kind of a leak.
A vague statement.
Yeah. Right. So are they coming? Probably. Do I want them to come? No, because I don't think we're really tapped into the power of these consoles yet.
We ain't got our 550.
Yeah, bro.
We ain't get our money worth
I'm gonna tell you this right quick part. I'm a hustler. Let me say this one quick part. Do you know what? I love the Xbox One X, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the one thing about the Xbox One X I didn't like? I only had 3 years with that bitch.
Yeah.
Because it was a beast of a console, bro. I only had 3 years before I had to move on.
And guess what? They didn't even make no games from the ground up for it.
They never made no games for the ground up for it. That was the one problem,
Well, Dirt, Dirt, I want you to think about this, right? Do you upgrade your phone?
Yeah,
often?
This nigga.
Your phone costs your phone probably costs double the amount of the Xbox One or
Yes.
Series X,
There you
of course.
go.
and you hold on to that for a shorter period of time than you did the Xbox One X.
How you gonna tell what he do?
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm talking in general, right? Most people upgrade their phone every 2 years, right? The most,
Yeah. That's what I do every 2 years.
yeah. So iPhone 11, you get the iPhone 13. 13, you're more than likely getting the 15 because your contract's up, or they're running a special. You get the phone, you finance it, you spend somewhere between $800 to $1,300 on a new phone, right?
Mhm.
The Xbox Series X is a third of the cost, and we've already had it for 3 years. So if they drop another console in 2 years from now with way more performance, you really going to be upset about that? And it's not like you can't play
I
the
didn't
same.
say
It's
I'm
not like
upset.
you. No, I'm not talking to you, Dirt. I'm just talking in general.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, but I'm just saying you'll really be upset if they release a new console. Now you don't have to upgrade. You can still
Dirt,
keep
don't
your
let
same
him get you,
console.
Dirt.
It'll
Yes.
play the games. You're just not going to play at
No,
the
let me
highest
say this.
fidelity available.
I'd still be pissed off.
Would you really be upset? You would.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When it comes to video games, it's a little different from phones, right? You carry your phone with you all day, every day. It's more wear and tear. Your console just sit there on your TV stand, right? You play it. Buying the Xbox. Listen, I'm a hardcore gamer, so of course they drop one, I'm gonna buy it, right? But I just feel like we didn't get enough out of these consoles. Now, the Xbox One X, bro, it was a beast, but I only had 3 years with it. So if this happens, yes, I'm going to upgrade and get the next Xbox, whatever it is. But that doesn't mean now I want them to. So Post is saying he doesn't think they're going to do it. You saying you think they are going to do it. I'm saying they're probably going to do it, but I don't want them to. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm in the same ticket. Like, even with that, what you saying, business wise, it makes sense that they're going to drop it. It's obvious that they're going to drop it eventually. As they're going to drop it in the next 1 to 2 years, like 2025, I highly doubt it at this point. It's not going to, maybe like 2026.
Yeah.
The end of 2025, we might get an announcement or something like that of that nature. But once you see like Hellblade 2, like, come on, man, you can't deny that. You can't deny the Fables.
At 30 frames per second, 1080p, but you gotta
all that.
the
But
console.
see, that banner
a lot higher.
That banner sounds good. That banner sounds good. But at the end of the day, most of the PC guys ain't even up to that standard of even buying those graphic cards, to be honest with you.
It's like 1% of the PC race.
It's like literally 1%. It's not even 99. Like I said before, you can go to Walmart, and for the most part, people been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 or RP, and you can get a $500-$600 PC and be on your merry way from that point. They ain't worried about no graphic card at that point. So
what's going on right now?
Again, like my argument in that situation was, will there be one? Yes. Is it coming in the next couple years? No. And it doesn't make sense for Phil to even come out and announce it at this point, especially seeing that they're finally starting to ramp up manufacturing and putting these consoles on the retail shelves. It doesn't make any sense right now.
I say we get something I say we hear something officially by the end of 2024, and we get a release by 2026. We got RDNA 4 GPUs around the corner from AMD.
And 2026 is not bad though, because that's 6 years.
It's 6. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Right, that's
like,
3
we 3 years
though.
in right now.
I was saying
as
2
of
years.
Yeah, we like 20 some change, but we go come close to 3 years now. So
all I'm saying is this, man. If Hellblade 2 and Fable is going to look like that right now, and you normally get the best graphics out of the system towards the end of the generation, just imagine how games going to look. Now, there's 30 frames and 60 frames. 30 frames is never going away, right?
It's not.
The more power you give developers, the more they're going to sacrifice frame rate for graphics. It's just I don't know. Every era we go, 12, and we did. Including myself. I got
they cater to the audience. I got to
check myself on this because I thought the same thing at first, but then I had to realize this shit comes down to the decision of the developers, and more than likely, sometimes the developers don't want, especially if a game is meant to be cinematic. And that's what Todd was saying. Look, we don't want to sacrifice some of the graphics, some of the cinematics, and everything else they got going on in Starfield for 60 frames per second. So he chose to put it at 30. And he said if he could do it on PC, if he could lock it on PC, he would. But he not
know that audience gonna flip out about
it. They're gonna lose it.
Do it. Yeah, he's not gonna do it. And he said it already plays above 60. You know, he just chose to lock it at 30, and we gotta learn to differentiate between hardware having an issue running something, and developers choosing to run it at that particular frame rate, because there is a difference. And I think a lot of times when a developer chooses that frame rate, we mistake that for the hardware being incapable of doing it.
I get what you're saying, Post, but at the same time, you're being a little facetious, bro. If they could get the game looking and perform, if they could get the game, keep the same game design and the game doing everything it does, but at 60, they would do it. It is a hardware limitation.
It's not.
It is a hardware limitation because
here we
obviously
go.
on the most powerful PC, it's gonna run 60.
Hold on, let me do this. Hold on. Rain Blade with the $5. You are making the wrong comparison. None of the new consoles on the XB side are using any of the console full power. None of the console full power. The first games are Fable and Hellblade 2. I think that was to you, Noah. And then Suicide Kings with the $2. We here for Darkness Gritty. wait, where he at?
Let's cut the lights on.
Piece of trash.
You piece of trash.
Stupid.
Let me rebuttal.
Go ahead.
Darkness.
I agree with you, bro. We haven't seen the full power of the Series
They had to turn the lights on.
Is that right? Hold on.
Suicide Kings. How dare you?
All right, hold on. Before you go, Noah, Car Weeb, I call him Car Web.
Carl Weeb.
I called him Car Web.
Carl Weeb. Hell no.
I just said, my bad, Car Weeb. Games are not developed in a year or two. All the games we are getting this generation have already been in development. They take 5 to 6 hours. You mean
years?
I think you meant years. Yeah, and then I was told from a developer that before they even start development game, they choose what the frame rate is going to be, whether it's going to be 30 or 60, before they even get into it. I know I could be wrong, but go ahead, Noah, because I know you finna come up with some bullshit.
Is any game like Starfield on the PlayStation?
No.
Hey, ponies think that Starfield
Zero.
Ponies really think that Starfield could run on 60 FPS on a PlayStation though.
No, that's crazy.
But no, Xbox got more 60 and 120 frames per second games.
Hell yeah.
What are we doing here?
They're so delusional, man. All them PS4 games y'all got that's like that run on PS5. Y'all talking shit about those. Shut up.
Man, we just seen a PS4 game try to save that dog shit PlayStation show.
But guess
what? It was at the end.
What you got? You got The Last of Us 2, right? You got Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? Oh, you got Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, right? All of those are cross-gen games, right? Yep. Meaning that they started development on probably more than likely the PS4, right? Mm-hmm. So no wonder why they don't have problems running at 60 frames per second.
The PS4 game
on the PS5. It's a fucking PS4 game.
And the only
Ghost of Tuna.
The only PS5 only game they have first party is Ratchet and Clank and Returnal.
And they lied to you on
Ratchet.
Ratchet and Clank coming to
60
PC.
FPS. You can run that shit in 60 FPS.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank 60.
I think so.
You got to drop the frame. You got to drop the resolution.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I bet you it'll be 4K 60 on PC.
You got to compensate what? No, the resolution.
Yeah, you got to compensate the resolution.
How come they can't do the resolution and the frames all together, Noah?
Same reason why we need Pro and upgraded console.
You ain't
Post
finna
up.
do that
Just
shit.
Post
y'all
up.
get along right.
You ain't finna do that
Set your
shit.
ass up, boy.
Shout out to my
Look.
brother Ricky.
That's
Shout out to
y'all
my
get
brother
along
Ricky
right.
Brown with the $10. Appreciate 2/3 of the state of gaming for rocking out on the arcade.
Ricky Brown, what
This
up, bro?
brother is sending shots. That's how you
Yeah.
invite me to
man.
your show, Ricky.
Bro, he been on your head. I was trying to tell him, like, yo, we trying to get him over there. I said the strong arm lawyer out here defending this ABK deal, but you
I
give me
used
2/3 though.
Long live the Black Mamba with the $4.99. So let me ask y'all something. If we accept 30 frames per second isn't going anywhere, what's the point of a mid-gen refresh? Because that's the main complaint for them.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Okay, go. Whoever
Is
won
it because you play on PC, no?
Yeah, a big part of it. No. But look, I want
We
you
ain't
to remember.
he ain't reinstalling his operators.
I want you to remember when we first got like the Xbox 360, right? We were getting a lot of cross-gen games from the Xbox One and the PS2 era. A lot of those games were running 60 on the 360, or
How small were those games?
targeted 60. It was not about the size of the game. It's not about the size of the game. It's about the target hardware. As the generation went along, the resolution started to drop. We started to see games go from 720p to 568p, 640p. They were holding. They went from a solid to 30 to getting 15 frames per second. Look at some of those later Xbox 360 games. They were barely holding on to 20 FPS. So as games progress, it's normal. Like Buddy said, right? We're getting Hellblade 2 and Fable. But we don't know what the frame rate target is. We don't know what the resolution. Those games look so good. I wouldn't be shocked if the target was 30 frames per second on those games as well.
Forza Horizon 5.
Forza Horizon
The new
5.
Forza is targeting 60.
That ran on Xbox One. What are you talking about, Dev?
It ran 4K 60.
I think you're talking about
It's a cross-gen.
Oh, he talking about the new Forza. He talking about the new Forza,
New Forza
not
targeting
the old
60.
one.
The new Forza target.
The new,
Forza-
it's
Forza
4K
Forza.
60, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
it's
4K 60 native.
what are we
It's
doing
a racing
here?
game, bro.
No,
It's a
what are we
racing
doing
game.
here?
It's a racing game. Like they don't.
Oh, it's a
What
racing
is it?
game.
It's
Come
a
on,
game.
no.
Oh,
Hey, yeah,
God.
get him, Dev. Get him, Dev.
Didn't we just say the next true gen titles are Hellblade 2 and Fable? Wasn't that the argument?
No, that was your argument. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was your shit, bro.
Let me
I'm
tell you
sorry.
something. You got this all wrong. And the
It's
reason
not.
why I say that is because, and I'm going to say this again. I don't care how powerful hardware is, okay? Right? When it comes to consoles. Because we know with PC, they have the ability to go in there and turn everything fucking off to get 200 frames per second if they want to. I'm talking about in terms of a closed box system. I don't care how powerful the hardware is. When a developer choice will be a developer choice.
Mhm.
You feel me? If they choose for something to be 30 frames per second and get that cinematic experience, it's some games out here that's 30 frames per second, 4K, and still have headroom to do more. But the developer chose that settings for it.
Yeah.
Todd Howard telling you, I'm choosing to put it at 30 frames per second. We have it running at 60, even over 60. But for me, for what I want from this game,
Exactly.
and what the gamers to get from this game, in terms of everything that we wanted to provide, in terms of the best frame rate, and it's not because the Series X is incapable.
We'll take it what he said out of
Phil
context.
told
He
you
was
that.
he was talking about PC when he said we had to run it at 60. He said we had to run at 60 some areas at some times, but there's so much going on in the game, the frame rate drops. He would rather a stable 60.
Right.
But that's not what's going on with this game, Post. This game, the engine is CPU limited. The Series X
Oh, here we go.
cannot maintain
Hey,
60
these
frames.
PC
What this game is
motherfuckers,
doing,
boy, I
Post.
tell you.
Hey,
I'm just telling you what it is.
wait. Hold on a second. What's good, brothers? What's good? How y'all
Talk to this
doing?
nigga R&B thug.
My God, my God.
Forgive me for my late absence. Had to drop my dog shit
It's
PS4
okay,
mic
brother. I
and
was late too.
upgrade.
I almost went to Walmart.
Oh, we ain't had all type of stuff. You good, man. It was a lot been
But
going
no,
on.
like I'm assuming we're still talking about this 30-60 thing with Starfield. Am I
Yeah.
correct, brothers?
Yeah, no, I don't want to let it go, brother. Talk to
But-
this
but
brother.
hold
Maybe you
on.
can speak some sense into him.
But bro, hold on, know what? There is no game out or coming soon to consoles that is anywhere as ambitious as Starfield. And if you telling me with 1,000 planets, procedurally generated, with everything they want to do. The one caveat is, hey, it's 30 frames because you want to steady your performance. That's the only problem. Like, come on now, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
That wasn't my argument. I just want to say I 100% agree with you, RB, because that was not my argument. I just said we need mid-gen refresh. That's all.
For
A
what?
mid-gen refresh?
Yeah.
Because I want to play Starfield at 60 on console. That's why.
But honestly, though, you got to realize what
You think-
that desire is. I'm pretty sure very low on the list of what the
Thank
whole
you,
Xbox
RB.
gamers want.
Just get the game out first.
I'll
It don't
even
matter.
say this: like having a mid-gen refresh, that doesn't guarantee like these
It doesn't.
these games
Thank
that are
you,
coming
Jeff.
out are going
It
to even
doesn't.
have these frames on these new consoles.
It doesn't.
Thank you,
It doesn't. But it doesn't. But as long as it's more powerful than what we have now.
Huh? So you PC.
But no, at what point?
The next thing is going to always be more powerful than the last thing.
True that.
Yeah.
But
And
to
I'm
a certain
and
degree.
I'm on that chase, bro. I'm on
But-
that chase. I'm on that
But no,
hot
at
chase.
Yeah.
what point? At what
And that's
point,
why I do not want to be a PC player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point are you just
Right.
going to PC at that point?
He's I'm on that chase. What the fuck?
That's my thing about PC gaming is like majority, like actually all the games that I play on PC, I can play on older PC. I
Facts.
don't need to buy a new PC every couple of years. People do that just because they want shit like the new stuff, the better specs and shit.
New
When it looks the same.
Oh my god, you see
So
your
what is
Yeah,
what's
skin.
wrong?
it's
So
the
is it
same.
what
I
that, what
see
you
it
saying that Dev,
clothing.
what's the problem with wanting a newer console that runs the games better and smoother?
Nothing's wrong. But no, at what point do we hit the wall where there's nothing left?
You never
There's nothing left to
will,
gain?
bro. You never
Huh?
will. There's always going to be a next
Go
generation.
outside, Noah. That's
You never
what
will.
do it.
But no, hold on. We only have photorealistic games. What's next?
Zodiac said it back. It's just tech. It's
Hey
moving
man,
too
hey,
fast.
No.
Zodiac actually got like
No,
an
it's called an
$8,000
addiction.
PC.
Oh,
He's seen it.
yeah.
He got a big ass PC with like
No,
8
he got a
monitors.
what?
Yeah,
No,
no.
real talk. Zodiac
Yeah.
showed me and Sean that shit, bro.
Alright,
He
so
says he's
I
fighting.
watched
He got
that.
like,
So
8 monitors and shit,
Zodiac spent all that money just to upgrade that shit in like 3 years.
Oh
And
shit!
I don't think so.
Oh my
That's
god.
the chase, though. But some people want to do
He
it.
said
though.
that's the chase. You
Hey,
act
no,
like these
Dev,
fucking
Dev,
niggas.
Dev,
Some
some people collect baseball cards, right?
Yeah,
And some
so he
people
want-
We
upgrade their
collect
PC.
PCs.
But that's what he want to do with his money. That's what I want to do with mine. You
Yeah,
have
no,
enthusiasts
my-
out there
my-
that want the best tech. It's just what it is. And tech is moving faster now than it ever has.
Hold on, let me get
True.
these super chat. Dan Lazaro with the $2. Nobody gives a shit about PC. What are we doing here? Talk that
oh
shit.
shit,
Dan.
Dan Lazaro.
Yeah.
Yes, what's up, Dan Lazaro? How you doing, bro?
Jay Rembrandt with the $2. Talk that shit, fellas. You already know. And then we got here Zodiac version 3 with the $10. I'm gonna say this: games that have been coming out have baked as fuck. The Series X was dated when it came out. I don't know the Xbox. Is it?
He said
Yeah,
Xbox
he's saying-
Series X.
Yeah, the Xbox Series X was dated when it came out. Oh yeah, that's like any computer. As soon as it hit the market, it's already obsolete. But when it came out, 12 teraflop is not enough. The way we going with graphics, my 4090 is 85 teraflops, but playing poorly optimized games. And guess what? Yeah, and see, and that's why I got to get you Zodiac. And God bless your pockets too. Zodiac
Jesus.
version 3 with the $2. It's just tech. It's moving too fast. I understand that.
Zodiac
Let's see
spitting facts though.
Rain Blade with
Zodiac,
the
no.
Rain Blade with the $2. If a game is 20 to
He
40
said
hours,
85 teraflops though.
It is.
Rain Blade with the $2. If a game is 20 to 40 hours, it must be 60 frames per second. No excuse.
I don't know. What game have
I
you
don't know.
played that's 60 frames per second that's 20
It's
to
20
40
to 40.
FPS?
Damn sure the
Or
PlayStation
20 to
game.
40 hours.
Yeah, I for damn sure wasn't
Have you
PlayStation.
played that?
Jack,
I know what
Damn
games
sure.
those are.
Jack's 82 with the $4.99. Just a question: if 60 frames per second is the norm, why go to 30? I understand with Starfield. What about Fortnite and Overwatch, Gears and Halo? Unacceptable for me because those are competitive games.
I about to say
Name me-
multiplayer.
The only
Okay.
30 frames per second Halo you got was back in the days. You ain't seen the 30 frames per second Halo in years.
Hell, the one
Maybe
back
a
in the
like
days.
Halo
was
2 or something.
Hell,
Halo
the
1.
one back in the days was 62. When they post?
No, Halo 1 was 30.
No, Halo 1 was 30.
Halo 1, right?
Halo 1 was 30.
Yeah.
The-
And,
no,
people,
not-
guess what? nobody cared. It still
Nobody
wouldn't-
complained.
System
That's what I'm
Link was
saying.
still
Dirty.
popping.
This
System
argument
Link-
is for the elites. Like for
That's what
us.
I'm
Exactly.
saying. Even with that high end PC, are you good at gaming? Like that's what I'm saying.
Karen
Like,
raisin
you should be winning
potato
every
salad.
match.
Karen raisin.
Hey, Postman, it's all the homies from WBG.
All our
Coming to
homies.
show some love, man.
Hit that like
Yes,
button.
sir.
Homie right there, man.
No, hit the like, man. Like button, man. It definitely helps with the algorithm to get the show out to more people, man. Karen's raisin potato salad. When I first read this day, it had me rolling with the
homie,
$2. I'm in the building, have some salad.
Shout out you, hey man. Shout out to you, homie, man. I appreciate you guys showing up.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the whole.
Hey, sub to
WBG.
Post channel if y'all haven't already, man. Let's get this dude to 2K, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man. Look. I will say this, man. PC, and I agree with Dev, man. I gotta agree with Dev on this shit. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look,
Man,
PC
don't trust. No,
PC
I'm
players are
interrupted.
like
Don't
this.
trust Post. He a Mac user. He a Mac user.
let me tell you something.
He a Mac user. He don't even own a
Hey,
PC. He don't even
damn.
own a PC.
Go ahead, Post.
He got an iPad and a MacBook. We can't trust Post.
But Noah,
Let me tell you
Noah.
something. PC players are like this. They got Noah, and I'm gonna tell you, this is Noah right here. Hey, Post, I just got that 4090. Yeah, okay. I'm finna run everything 120, 200 plays a frame per second. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, did you do that? No, man, my operating system crashed. I had to. You know what I'm saying?
It is also
and,
true.
then the next day in NVIDIA, we'll now see the 5090, 180 teraflops. And then here go Noah. I just listed my 4090 on eBay. I'm finna
This is also facts.
Noah, but Noah, this
And then turn around and be yelling, Call of Duty, they keep cheating, man. They wall hacking. They wall hacking.
You know what the bad part about this is that Zodiac just said his 4090 is 85 teraflops.
Yeah, I'm about to say we just gonna skip past that.
Name one game that's built from the ground up to take advantage of the 4090.
Half of that.
Not-
Take
not a damn
take
one.
advantage of half of that.
But it benefits with higher frames and higher resolution. Man, he can play 8K with that.
My thing is when the next one comes out in like 2 years, why buy that? You can't
Because
even.
we got the money, Dev. We got it.
That
That's
sounds
why.
like you're wasting money.
You sound like a PlayStation.
No, now you can actually
Hey,
these
gonna
cars
pay
they
full
hold
price.
value though, Dev. You can
Did
really
y'all,
sell them.
did y'all
You can sell
get
them.
high performance on Cyberpunk?
Oh,
Yeah, after the patch. After the patch.
Oh snap!
Noah, this is the
Well,
issue.
weekend.
You're saying the next generation console should be focusing on better graphics. I'm saying the next generation of consoles should be focusing on bigger and better and more detailed worlds, open world specifically.
Fuck
Like,
all
that's
that
what I
R&B.
was gonna do.
Your PC costs more than mine. Hey, look, you spent double the price.
Yeah,
I
did it
remember
one-
R&B. I got receipts for you, R&B.
Yeah, I did it one
Uh-huh.
time and never again.
Yeah. I told you not to, but I told you not to buy them, bro. Just because you spend more money on the PC don't make it more powerful, bro.
Yeah,
I told you not to buy that third.
I spent all that damn money on one PC. I said, "This is stupid. I'm going back to consoles. This is for the birds."
I said, RB, I think spent almost 10 stacks on the PC. I said, RB, you get a.
You said 10 bands?
Yeah,
It's 10 bands
That's
right
right.
there.
I said R&B. Just because the parts cost more doesn't mean it performs better in games. Nah, if it costs more, I'm getting it.
She'll walk up.
All that money, just look at Pan Am's ass in 4090. Get out of here.
She'll walk up with the $5. Join the stream late, and I hear dirt, but do not
Oh,
how
damn.
dare you, Skill Walker? Come
Hey,
on, Noah. Don't be laughing at that shit, Noah.
see.
Come on, Skill
Zodiac
Walker.
version 3 with the $2. My 4090 was $600. Don't ask.
Oh man,
Damn, where you get that
600?
shit from? You got that shit from
Oh,
a crack house?
off the back of a
Yeah.
truck. Sound like it.
We're gonna move along. We're gonna move along, and we're gonna get into. Oh yeah, we finna have some fun with this.
Oh,
one.
poster. Did you get my second super chat when I was on the road? The one that I brought up about the Fable girl.
Let me see here. Let me see.
Yeah,
Go
posting on for skipping.
So
I beat my bad.
Yeah. See, they storm themselves.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you might
my,
have-
my bad. No disrespect. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, no, I didn't get this one. R&B Thug, aka BBW.
Oh, that's why he didn't get it because it's a Mello. Oh, okay, Mello was right. Oh, you's a hating ass nigga. Go ahead, Post.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Now,
I
see,
bet
you
you
say
don't.
I'm with you, Mello. Xbox show was 8 out of 10. I needed to see State of Decay 3. Oh, you damn too. You wanted it.
Talk that shit.
Inagati's next. Oh, see, you both of you niggas bringing up games.
It's my game and I want it now.
He said I needed to see State of Decay 3 in Inagati's next game on Xbox. The model from Fable is cute, but she gotta be at least 2 something to do something. You feel me? You know what I mean? If she ain't got that little pudge, if she ain't got that little pudge, we ain't doing the dodge. I feel you, player. You know what I'm saying?
To do something. That's funny shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we finna move on to this. Should be a very interesting. Yeah. Well, today, early this morning, Microsoft put out their opposition to the FTC's preliminary injunction. And I'm not going to go through everything right now because that'd probably be the rest of the show. But we found out that on the day that this was announced, that the acquisition was announced, Jim Ryan, through a private conversation, knew that Call of Duty wasn't going nowhere and that it was going to remain on PlayStation. So this whole time he been out here lying to the regulators.
Perjury.
You're talking about.
Wow.
It's going to be the death of PlayStation.
Oh, my God. Damn.
Help us fund our first party games. Lord, we can't do nothing.
Nah, a lot don't sound illegal enough. He purged.
Yo, this is crazy. And Microsoft brought this up in the file that they filed today. That Jim Ryan knew that Call of Duty was going to remain on PlayStation, and yet he's been going around telling the regulators different. What y'all think about this shit? Or it's just Jim lying Ryan?
Jim lying ass Ryan.
The man also said we believe in generations too.
I just hope Jim Ryan never leaves PlayStation. I really appreciate Jim Ryan. God bless Jim Ryan for taking over PlayStation and doing all this for us, man. We really appreciate it.
Hey, shout out to
I don't know what the fuck he's doing, yo.
Hey, shout out to King Dave. King Dave said there ain't gonna be no PlayStation 6. Every day goes by. I'm like, damn, is King Dave right? Because this shit right here. Okay, Post, so let me get this right. Okay. Let me clear my throat. You know, got a little phlegm in my throat. So you're saying that Jim Ryan, on the day the ABK acquisition was announced in January 2022, Jim Ryan said that he knew Call of Duty ain't going no damn where, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, hold on, my bad. I had to step away. I'm saying on the same day that Microsoft announced the acquisition of Activision Blizzard via a private conversation. Now, the information is redacted, right, on what was actually said. But we can kind of refer to what was said after pretty much that Jim Ryan knew that Call of Duty was going to remain on PlayStation, that Microsoft wouldn't pull it off.
Okay, so
and yet he been going around telling regulators differently.
Okay, I got it. So he's been going around lying, crying, trying to make Xbox seem like the villain, like they're bad. They're taking Call of Duty away from us. That's what he's been doing, right?
Yep.
Piece of trash.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. So this Joker pulled the Sammy the Bull and talked all that tough talk, but in the back doors was oh my god.
And he was saying even if they did take it away, we know that it wouldn't do anything.
Yep. Because of the market leader.
Crazy.
Right.
He understood that they was the market leader. And Go ahead, my bad. Go on.
No. But so he said that, but he's still okay. I did read that part that he said even if they take it away, it still wouldn't hurt us because we're the market leader. But then he went out and said that if Xbox takes COD away, they can't recover.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all of that stuff. But initially,
that's what we said.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
He's up there contradicting himself, right? What the hell?
Yes, he's been lying.
Lying, flying, crying, Jim Ryan.
Man, that boy said that it'd be death. Pretty much, he was running around telling me it'd be the death of PlayStation if Call of Duty removed. That their first party games is pretty much has been surviving off the Call of Duty money. PlayStation no longer exists. He been saying all types of shit, bro.
I feel like on top of it making PlayStation look bad and himself, he's also like basically throwing these the FTC and the CMA under the bus as well. Like, oh, we were just protecting them the whole time. Like they're protecting they're protecting the market leader over like trying to spread competition.
Yeah, this
Good
whole
old Jim
time,
Ryan.
good old Jim. This whole time he been lying, and it's crazy that we're just not. And I don't know if Microsoft has been holding this to their chest, or it's been information that we haven't been seeing. I don't know because if you look at what all the information that came out with the EU and with the CMA, we didn't see this information then. And so when they filed their opposition early this morning, this is the first time we're hearing about this private conversation. And I was wondering, was Microsoft kind of holding this close to their chest for this very specific moment? Because that's crazy.
So my thing is that the CMA and the FTC know this conversation had been had.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, that's what Microsoft. Well, they know now. They know now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so,
they found it.
it's-
Yeah, but some of the information, specifically what was said in that private meeting, was redacted. I mean, we couldn't see it. But hopefully we get a chance to all that redacted information. I know for a fact. I spoke with Destin. He's gonna be at the cases in California all 5 days, so he's gonna be there.
But I guess my thing is, did the CMA? So I understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
I don't know because we read through all the CMA stuff.
But what?
Right?
So what is that?
But we didn't see this. We didn't hear about this meeting. I wonder, is this something new, Microsoft? That information that they just got now. Because we didn't hear about that with the CMA or the EU. We didn't hear about the only thing we heard from the private conversation outside of that was when Lulu came out and said Jim Ryan told them that he don't want to sign a deal. He just want to block the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they did know. What does that mean for the CMA and the FTC? Do they get any trouble, or they can just do and feel whatever they want?
It kills their credibility when they have to go in front of the CAT. I know that much.
It kills their credibility going in front of that federal judge too.
So this is what I love about when things go to court, because as they say, all the truth comes out there in court. You can't hide nothing. You can't lie, because everybody starts snitching.
You got that right. And if you read some of that opposition, Microsoft went to town on the FTC. Man,
I love it, bro.
They did a number on them. What's up?
So, what's the timeline right now? What happens at the end of the month? That people saying something can happen at the end of the month? Can this deal be wrapped up, or like what? What's the potential with this shit?
Okay, so let me break this down. Microsoft is in a very, very interesting situation, Mike. There's an opportunity or a slight chance that they can close this deal before the 18th. Right.
The 18th tomorrow.
I mean, July 18th.
Oh, okay. What sales shit?
July the 18th is the final deadline.
Right.
Microsoft does have the ability, based on the merger agreement, to waive the CMA requirement, meaning that they can waive the CMA for even being a requirement on the merger agreement. And if they do that, they can be able to close. They have to close over the CMA because the CMA already made their decision.
Mhm.
I think that's what Microsoft told the FTC to make them rush to file the preliminary injunction. So let me break it down for you. When the EU and the CMA was still
Beefing.
in determining their decision on where they was going to go, the FTC didn't go to federal court, right? They went to their in-house court system, the administrative law judge.
Right.
At that time, they didn't need to file a preliminary injunction because we didn't know what the EU and the CMA was going to do, right? So we figure out that the CMA blocked, right? When the CMA blocked, the FTC still didn't run to a federal court because the FTC doesn't approve deals. They don't have the power to approve deals, right? The FTC will do this: a company file with the SEC for merger or acquisition, right? Then a time period kicks in that very day, right? I don't know if it's 30 days. I forgot how long. If the FTC is going to do something, they're going to have a certain time period before they can make a decision on if they just not going to say none and let the merger go through, or if they're going to get in the way and try to block it, right? But the FTC doesn't have power to stop a deal. They have to go to a federal court. You have to go to a federal court. A federal judge have to grant them a preliminary injunction to block a deal. All right. So when the CMA blocked, right, the FTC still didn't go to the federal court. Why? Because the way the CMA blocked the deal. The CMA didn't block the deal for the UK only. The CMA is trying to block the deal globally, beyond their own market where they don't have no power or jurisdiction for some reason. I don't even know if this is even possible. All right. But that's the way they're doing it. Since then, the FTC still didn't go to federal court because the FTC felt as though that all they have to do is linger the case in their in-house court system and linger it way past beyond the July 18th final date and force the shareholders or either Microsoft or Activision to walk away, right? Because the FTC knows it doesn't have a case in federal court, right? They know they don't have a winnable case, but they're going to try to pull it anyway. Right. So when the EU came and said, look, we're going to approve it with these stipulations, they all good. That changed the game. Right.
Right.
Because there's 4 countries on the merger agreement. You have China, EU, the United States, and UK.
Right.
Those was the 4 countries that Microsoft needed approval from for the deal to go through. China approved it unconditionally.
Right.
EU approved it, but they said, here goes some stipulations, right? And then you got the CMA who blocked, and then you got the FTC who is trying to hold the trial up in their internal court system so they can run the clock out and force both companies to walk away, right? So that's where we're at, right? So what happened was Microsoft said, okay. Now Microsoft appealed the CMA, right?
Right.
You had that you had the case manager conference with the CAT tribunal where they was going through what's going to be allowed, what's not going to be allowed, and what final day, right? It was the assumption of everybody that the CAT trial was going to take a lot longer, right? And it was going to go way past the final date, even into next year, 2024. Right?
Right.
But that didn't happen though. The CAT said we finna solve this in 5 days.
Oh shit!
Because the Judge Smith from the CAT said this is we can't treat this like every other case because this is not like every other case. This is totally new, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of changed the game right there. Okay, so Microsoft got that, right? So that starts July 28th, right? Microsoft in Activision had already kind of made some arrangement with terms of extending the merger. So but peep this though, right? What Microsoft did was say, okay, we're in a good position here. What they did was they put out in a news cycle. Remember over the last couple of days, last week, you heard all these news stations and reporters talk about Microsoft is about to close the deal or is ready to close the deal over the US and UK. Microsoft intentionally leaked that out. They intentionally did that, right? Because because if not, the FTC with that in-house shit can hold you up. They can really fuck up the case. So what happened was, I think Microsoft went to the FTC and say, look, we removed the CMA requirement from the merger agreement and we gonna close after June 15th of this month. They were supposed to close. They was like, anytime after June 15th, we're gonna close. So the FTC had one or two choices. They could assume Microsoft was bluffing and not do nothing, or they could run their ass to that federal courthouse and file for a motion for a temporary restraining order in a preliminary injunction, right? And that's exactly what they did. The reason why that's a good thing is because the case is now in front of a federal judge. Exactly where Microsoft wanted it to be in the first damn place, right? Because at this point, we're in the end game. A preliminary injunction, if the judge files one against Microsoft, the deal is over. It's a wrap. I'm gonna tell you that now. If the FTC wins the preliminary injunction, this shit is done. Right?
It's over.
Because appealing that, we're talking about some shit that could last some years, especially if it goes up to the Supreme Court and all that shit. But the reason why the FTC was trying to bypass the federal court and not take it there, because they know their case is so fucking weak.
Right. Because they know it was an L.
Exactly. They know it was an L. That's why they was trying to keep it in the in-house court system. But let me tell you what they did there, right? Recently, the FTC made a change to their guidelines, saying that now the administrative law judge decision no longer has the final decision when determining the case, right? He only can recommend back to the commissioner, and they make the final decision. So it goes back to Lena Khan. So the power is back in Lena Khan hands. So if you go to the in-house, the administrative law judge, and you're fighting the FTC and you win, and the judge say, "Okay, I'm siding with Dirk Griggity," then his siding is not final, right? It's no longer final. Now it's just a recommendation to the commissioner, which is Lena Khan, that, okay, I recommend that you not do this to Dirk Griggity, that you allow Dirk Griggity to walk off the bench. But the commissioner don't have to hear that shit or go back. They could say, we just gonna block it and do what we was gonna do anyway. You know what that sound like? The CMA, right? Because when you appeal to the CMA and you go to the CAT, if the CAT quash is remitted back to the CMA. Abbott, it might be remitted back to the CMA with some recommended changes and stuff like that they would have to make. But still, all in all, the CMA can take it and then find another way to come to the same conclusion. So when Microsoft saw them make that change, they say, oh, hell no, I see what they're trying to do. So we finna run this on them. So they ran that script with them trying to close. The FTC fell for the bait and ran to a federal courthouse. Now the decision on this merger is in the hand of a federal judge instead of the FTC.
Internal FTC courts.
Right? Because the federal judge supersedes the administrative law judge in the FTC in-house. He supersedes them.
Right.
So they got now. I will say this. This case is gonna last 5 days. let me tell you how fast they moving.
Oh
right?
Lord.
Let me tell you how fast they move. Microsoft then put themselves in a very unique position. And the reason why I say that, Dirk, is if, right? Let me see here. What days is it?
Today's the 17th.
It starts, okay. You got the status conference, which is on June 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And then all 5 evidentiary hearings is the 22nd, 23rd, 27th, 28th, and the 29th, right? Most likely on the 29th, the last day, that's probably where the judge make their decision, or we might get the judge's decision some days after or a week after, right? So what I'm telling you, Dirk, if Microsoft win this case, right, in those 5 days, I could tell you by the beginning, somewhere around the beginning of July, if Microsoft win, they will be closing in the United States, right? They will mean they got China, they got 3 of the main 4 countries.
Right.
I thought China already approved, Post.
China already approved, right? You got 3: China, Europe, and United States. You'll have 3, right? There's only be 1 country out there that's standing on the podium by themselves. That's the CM. Yep, and that's the CMA. And it's going to put them in a very peculiar position because now you're going to have at least around 42, 43 countries, right, that agree, right, with this merger, and you're the only one out there standing by yourself saying you're against what 40 other countries are against at a time where the international community, in terms of investors and business and big tech, is questioning whether they should invest in your economy because of the choice you made with this deal. Right. Parliament didn't question you. Your chancellor didn't question your decision. All the people, damn near a lot of people in your government didn't question the decisions you made regarding you, asking you, saying, did you take into account the international appeal or how we look when approving this deal? So it puts pressure on them. Either they're going to do one or 2 things. They're going to try to stand 10 toes down by themselves, or they're going to try to come to a agreement with Microsoft. I hope they come to an agreement,
right?
Because if they don't, if they still try to block it and stand 10 toes down on some police the world type shit, I think it's not going to bode well for their economy and investment, because companies going to say, if you did that to Microsoft, then what the fuck you going to do if we try to do the same thing?
And that's Microsoft, right? It's Microsoft, one of the richest companies in the world, the most powerful companies in the world.
Exactly. So it's going to back the CMA. It's going to back the CMA into a corner, and they're going to have 2 choices. They either going to have to stand 10 toes down on their decision, which they might be stubborn and do, and Microsoft have to still go the appeal route with Cat, and the judge and the lawyer they got for that ain't really did too good in the first case management hearing. That was in there like a
like Porky Pig or something.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. So that's why if you've been watching Twitter, why it's been rampant and people been talking about it so much, because we are in the end game.
Wow.
We're in the end game, and this can be over rather sooner than later, depending on how things go. So these next couple of weeks. Wow. It's gonna be crucial.
Crazy.
It's gonna be crucial. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be crucial. And we got Destin, and then we got False Patent flying in from the other side of the world just to sit on, because this is gonna be historical. This is the first deal of this kind in the gaming industry ever, right?
Mm.
This is the biggest purchase in Microsoft history. This thing is going to set. This thing is already reshaping the landscape on mergers and acquisitions, and it's going to change not only for Microsoft but for other companies that's looking to buy shit. They need to know what they're going to be able to buy, what they're not going to be able to buy, and what kind of pushback they're going to get from these regulators. So it's going down, brother.
Hey, Post,
It's
can we be
going
honest
down.
about this? Can we be honest about this whole thing for a second? If
Yeah, go ahead.
if the CMA didn't have their mouth bolted onto Sony's dick for like the past Lord
that
knows
shit,
how
bro.
long, we could have been had this shit taken care of, man.
Yeah. And that's what's so frustrating because 28 weeks, right? They spent 24 weeks talking about Sony and Call of Duty.
It's crazy.
And when you lost that battle, right, due to bad math, you spent the last 4 weeks trying to drum up some shit on cloud. And you use bad math there too. You use
Bruh.
bad math there too.
A government entity has shown itself to be the biggest fanboy on the planet.
Facts. Remember
A
that tweet?
government entity.
Remember that tweet from one of the CMA workers?
Yeah,
about
my PlayStation.
My
What the-
PlayStation. Yeah. Shit. And you know what's crazy? If I think the UK broke away from EU like 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. When the UK was under Europe, they didn't handle big mergers. The EU did.
Right.
So if the UK was the UK handled small shit. The EU handled all the big large mergers. So if the UK was under the EU, we wouldn't even be dealing with this shit. This shit would have been through. But the UK is now standing on its own. They feel as though they got to prove themselves. They want to be the motherfucking regular. Oh, we got to big tech. We made big tech bend the knee and all this shit. Yeah, you're going to make your economy bend the knee in a minute, fucking around trying to make big tech bend the knee.
Didn't that tech company
Shit is
say
crazy,
that
bro.
the UK a few weeks ago? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, arms. The arm
Oh,
chip,
shit.
the company that make all the arm chips for the cell phones and all the small devices and stuff.
Yeah.
They was on the London Stock Exchange. They left the London Stock Exchange for the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, like, and that's a big blow. And ARM is based in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah, so the impact of this is supersede. It's bigger than gaming. And the whole world is watching. That's why if you look at well, remember they had the first what's the name Microsoft had with the administrative law judge that was on Teams that everybody was go through that hearing. I forgot what it was. Y'all probably not remember, but it was a hearing. That thing got so over flooded with motherfuckers, the Microsoft lawyers couldn't even get on the call.
Damn.
It was that many people. Microsoft lawyers couldn't even get on the call. And I can imagine how many people was watching the CMA. And then
all the public speakers, they allowed to come up
who?
for the first call. Because a lot of people come say something, right?
No, not in that. I'm talking about the first FTC when they was getting the FTC shit, getting the case ready for August and setting all that shit up.
Oh yeah.
So many people was on the call, it crashed. They had to fix it, and then they had to redo it because Microsoft lawyers couldn't get on the calls because so many people was on the call.
That's
and
crazy.
Then yeah, when I say the world, the tech industry, everybody is focused on this merger. Everybody is on this shit. And I spoke with an editor from a big publication, and he reached out to me, and we had a conversation about some things, and the next day I had sent him something, and he didn't get it to the next day, so he said, "Good morning. I got a lot of things going on in the mergers and acquisition world, but that doesn't matter because everybody wants to know about this Microsoft and ABK shit. So he pretty much saying, look, it's a lot of shit going on in the mergers and acquisitions right now. But only thing people want to talk about is the Microsoft and Activision shit. This is
a huge, bro. This is showing this is a huge acquisition, man. It's more than just about some gaming shit.
Yeah, and the implications and the effects that it's going to have on the market for over the next years, and how it's going to shape policies, how regular it's all that. This gonna do all that. I'm telling you, and you know,
yeah.
And that's why the where is that the judge, she created that page. She said, let me see. She said due to what she say? Let me see here. Where is that? It's right. Go down here. Opposition. No, it should be right here. No, that ain't it. We should get response. No, she say due to the level of interest in this case, this webpage has been created to notify attorneys, journalists, and interested members of the public of important news and information. They know how big this shit is. And the only reason why it ain't opening to the public via remote terms of teams is because a lot of the confidential information that's going to come out over the next 5 days. When I say we finna learn some shit, remember what R&B was saying?
Yeah,
motherfuckers get the snitching when it comes to court. We finna really find out. We finna really find out.
Pointing fingers.
We finna find out who said what.
Italian beef and Pepsi's out here.
Let me tell you something. All that redacted shit. So I mean, but
you told me to say that. I didn't want to say it. You told me to say it.
Bro, he is leader of the CMB.
Yo, we about to find out. We're about to find out. And so, you know, I know a lot of people was like, Post, why do you keep talking about this?
Again, this won't be live, Post, is it? It ain't gonna be live.
It ain't gonna be live.
God
that's
damn.
why Destin, I think that's the living Cali. So he gonna be able to make it. False flying all the way from another content over here. That's how big this shit is. And it's gonna be so much. I'm talking about all the big publications, journalists, news outlets, everybody is looking at this shit right now. This is huge.
Somebody got to leave the audio, man. We need that footage.
No, they're gonna be Destin and False gonna be doing gonna be transcribing it while it's going on.
They going okay.
So they're gonna be updating it via Twitter. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the only way we can. That's the only way. And I think somebody from MLEX gonna be doing it too. So. Hey, we down to the nitty gritty.
Oh boy, it's
hope y'all bring y'all popcorn
coming up.
Hey, yeah, Dirk, buddy. Hey, Dirk,
we about to eat.
When I say we gonna be able to eat on content, bro. Let me tell you something, boy. You finna be having some streams, brother. You finna be having some shows because so much information gonna be coming out.
Let's go, baby.
Yes. It's gonna go crazy.
Fun.
It's gonna be going crazy, and I'm telling you, if they get this. If the FTC lose, in Jesus' name, may they lose.
Man,
if they lose, we are one step close. I don't think the CMA gonna stand out there by themselves. They lawyer didn't already did. He
already look bad, right?
He didn't
did
fumble
damage.
He didn't fumble the bag in both case management conference. The first case management conference, they hired him 3 days before the case management conference. So he went in not really knowing shit. So he the whole
he's out the boxer from Harlem Nights.
Right. And so they was, and look, let me tell you how
stupid.
the FTC and the CMA was trying to work together, right? And you could tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
The FTC intentionally, when they filed their stuff with their internal court system, they did that intentionally just to get the timeline to where the case starts on August 2nd, right? Because they know that's a month. That's pretty much a month after the final date of July 18th, right? So they got it past the final date. What the CMA tried to do that didn't work out they was trying to get the same thing, right? They was trying to get the appeal pushed back to August or October, right? Because once again, they're both are trying to force Activision and Microsoft to walk away. But by Microsoft pulling the FTC hold card and forcing them into federal court, it changes the game. It changes the game. And we might know by the beginning of July or around that time whether Microsoft is going to have Activision or not. Because if the FTC is granted the preliminary injunction, this shit is over. It was a fun ride. But if the FTC lose that case and a judge sides in Microsoft favor, I'm sitting and saying, God,
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So the next couple of weeks is gonna be big.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Get your popcorn. That's what it sounds like.
Yep. Let me tell you something. Get your popcorn, get your podcast mic, because you finna be podcasting.
Now, hold on. I'm gonna tell you this. Now, if Xbox lose this or Microsoft lose this, I ain't gonna podcast and shit.
Yeah, we might have to
Let me tell you
move.
something.
We might have to move.
Y'all ain't gonna have to do nothing. I've been 10 toes down since day one.
You
know how many
my phone up, post.
You know how many bookmarks and screenshots some of my tweets got? Man, they are praying and hoping this falls through.
Right.
Yeah. They are praying and hoping it falls through because they ready to pull up the receipts, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people thought this was over after the CMA blocked it.
Yeah, they did. Oh, I got a bunch of receipts from that shit.
Man.
A bunch of receipts from that.
Hey, Doug, let me tell you something.
Phone calls we get.
I just been sitting back chilling. I know the receipts is out there. I'm telling you something. If the federal court side with Microsoft, it's an opportunity. It's a chance that the CMA and Microsoft might come to agreement in that same month before the July 18th. It's a chance. And it might not even get to the cat appeal on July 28th. It might not even get there. Because I would say this, where is it? The final report, that's just a report. It hasn't went in. It hasn't been finalized yet. You just got the final report. They haven't ordered none of that stuff yet. So it's not definitive yet.
Okay.
It's not definitive yet. In the final, and there's a draft of a final order, but this is just a draft. It's not the final order itself. So none of the stuff from the draft of the final order has been implemented yet, meaning that the CMA is still in a position to what? Reverse course. And I think, yeah. And if the FTC loses this case and Microsoft win, I think it would be better for the CMA to find some way to walk this back or work out a deal, as opposed to trying to stay 10 toes down and be looking and be out there the only one trying to defend a deal that 43, 44 other countries didn't agree with.
Right. That's crazy. Like, if you just really out there by yourself,
man,
nope,
like
with your arms folded, like nope.
Nope.
We still saying no. You know how much of a hater you
can't have my candy,
right?
What, nigga?
And also, and the reason why I say that is because now Microsoft argument in front of the tribunal in terms of the appeal is even that much stronger. Because what is the CMA going to tell to the tribunal commission now that Microsoft won in the U.S. federal court, right? What are your arguments? Because if you look at it, the arguments you had was the same arguments the FTC had, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all both was kind of running with the same shit, right?
In cahoots with each other,
Even though
allegedly.
even though you quashed the console SLC because you had to, because Microsoft proved your math was messed up.
Your math wasn't mathing,
right? We know the FTC is running on information that they presented in 2022. They ain't changed nothing.
WikiLeaks.
They ain't changed nothing. You finna get in front of you finna get in front of a federal court with information that the CMA then quashed in terms of the console SLC, and that even though the UK blocked, they still quashed the console SLC, and yet you still trying to bring this in front of a federal man. Dirt,
come in with that little ass shit. You put that little shit on.
All I'm saying is, what is the CMA gonna do, and what is they gonna stand in front of that tribunal in terms of that July 28th appeal day and say? Because I guarantee you, if Microsoft win this case with the FTC and they close in the United States, which they're gonna do, but they have to wait 5 days after the judge make their decision before they close. When they close, all of the information that they gather from that case, they're going. Well, they can't go and
release the hounds. Oh, we can't release it to the public.
Well, the tribunal is kind of funny about allowing people to bring new information and evidence and all that. But I will say this: if they do close, the tribunal will know. They will know. And how you gonna, as a CMA, go stand in front of the tribunal arguing a case where the United States can no longer back you because they didn't got their ass whooped in court? That's why I say they rather come to an agreement than look stupid. So it's fun times ahead, man.
This shit shouldn't have got this far, you ask me.
It's fun times ahead, man.
If we gonna be honest with it.
It shouldn't have got this far.
Nah.
It shouldn't have got this far. It's
you exposed so
merger,
much after this, from your dealings with your own first party games, Call of Duty holding the legs up for the whole goddamn company, and it's just sad. The game is not being able to get what they want, because I'm pretty sure, I don't care what nobody say, having Call of Duty on the PlayStation via they PlayStation Plus, I'm pretty sure they would want that. I don't care what nobody say. They can say they want to pay full price all they want, but at the end of the day, your commander-in-chief is literally sinking the boat.
Yep.
And y'all motherfuckers going down with them.
Yep. They all going down, bro. Let me tell you something. This deal goes through, they gonna want to block me.
Man.
Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, Dirt.
I got files ready. I got about 1 terabyte. I got a list.
You said 1 terabyte worth?
1 terabyte ready.
Hey, Dirt.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw in the war paint.
Man.
Look,
you hear me?
I ain't trying to hear nothing. Don't tell me
Alphabetical
post why you
order.
doing this, why you doing. I'm stumping everybody. You know how disrespectful people got to me just for over reporting this case?
I be seeing it.
Names and shit I be getting called just for reporting the news. Man,
post up. If this deal goes through and everything comes together like we think it's going through, I'm going down to that place I'm talking about, and I'm going in there throwing haymakers all day, every day.
I'm dropping the video and I'm tagging the person one by one. 5 to 10 minute videos for everyone that was talking shit.
I'm gonna cut up that scene from 300.
Dirt,
when he came back with the wolf belt from being a teenager.
You gonna get this content.
My bad, what you say?
Because you got to think, and when the CMA blocked, the laughing, the giggling,
oh my god,
the throwing it in your face, it's over. Because from people who complained about reporting on the merger, one following the merger themselves was celebrating because they didn't have no understanding of they didn't even understand what the fuck they were celebrating or what was going on.
Right.
You feel
all
me?
they saw was blocked, and they thought that means it's dead completely.
Yeah. And here we are. But I would tell you this, Dirk, you ain't gonna be out there alone, brother. We're gonna throw in a raw paint and we're gonna get I'm talking about Man, you ain't never seen me
I'm
tweet this much
sniping.
in a minute, bro. I'm talking
Long
about
range.
look. I'm
Running.
talking about shows, podcast, everything. I'm going in. I've been dealing with just too much disrespect. Some of that stuff I ignore. I don't respond to it. I look past it. I didn't even block a few people, and I rarely block people. But
yeah.
sometimes you just get tired of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I blocked a
that
couple
shit.
people because I got tired. The only 2 people I got blocked, I got tired of them N words, man. Like, get the fuck.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, we gonna cook. We gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? It's so far, it's looking good. I don't think the FTC has a case, and even the expert guy that they bring into the table, they killed his shit with his own work that he put out 2013, saying the opposite of what he's saying today. So yeah, it's. I don't think they have a case.
I want the CMA's lawyer to say, you know what? I had enough
We
of this
fucked
shit.
up.
No, I had enough of this shit. They pulled me in on this case 2 weeks ago. I don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
I am not the leader of the CMB.
Just throw
That
everybody
nigga
under
there,
the boat.
right there going down with me.
Well, Lena Khan is she's out of
Throw
hand.
everybody under the boat.
Right? Lena Khan is out of hand right now.
Say what?
She's really is. She's out of hand. She's just
bro,
out of hand right now.
I don't see a more clear picture of not just corruption. The wrong person for the job has a job, and they letting a personal bias is getting in the way.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Now
that's crazy.
Now I'm not against regulation. You know, some stuff out there needs to be regulated, like non-compete clauses and shit like that, with jobs and stuff like that. You got energy companies out here with that got monopolies over just all types of stuff. You know, you got more important things that people are dealing with than this. And just because this is one of the biggest mergers in, I think even in the tech industry, if I'm not mistaken, the gaming and the tech industry, Lena Khan and the CMA is trying to use this, you know what I'm saying, for political reasons. Whether than for the right reason, because it's a vertical merger, and a court hasn't filed against a vertical merger in over 50 years. 50 years, because usually vertical mergers are pro-competitive. You know what I'm saying? And so Lena Khan is, and it's like Microsoft said, Lena Khan is trying to get the judge to do what no judge has done in over 50 years. Wow. Yeah. Vertical mergers are usually the easiest thing they go through. Now, horizontal mergers, you got issues. It's a lot of complexities there. But vertical mergers are always pro-competitive, right? And then the CMA came out and they approved the Amazon deal to buy iRobot for $1.7 billion.
I saw that.
Which I think was reactionary to the pushback that they was getting from this Microsoft Activision merger, because you just allow Amazon, one of the biggest online retailers in the industry, to buy a company where a market is expanding and expected to expand and do well, right? And Amazon got its own online store, right? Where it's able to push its products ahead of its competitors.
Right.
Facts.
And they approved that one, though.
Yeah, and they approved that one.
Then
but they only did it because the pushback. They don't want to seem like UK is closed for business.
Right.
You feel me?
So, yeah, but I got it. Approve this one then, you POSs.
Absolutely.
All right, but we good, man. We gonna get up more. We 2 hours in. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna get them out of here. We didn't cover everything, man. We didn't have the ball. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank Dirt, Dev, R&B, We Bleed Green. Shout out to Sean. I appreciate
it's late
him.
for Sean, man.
When he told me,
3 hours in the morning.
When he told me, when I told him around 6 o'clock, and he said that's gonna be midnight for me, I'll try to make it. And then I knew the way how shaky things started off. It was late. I wasn't even mad that he was here. You know, Sean always in the chat, and I can always pop him on the show whenever. But I just want to thank y'all for coming over here and joining us and man and having this conversation with us.
And Post, you get
platform and everything.
You get the super chats. Them
Hey, go ahead, get them. If I, when I get to talking,
what do we?
Look, man, y'all gotta catch me, man. If I'm talking too much, say, Paul, let me get up and man, y'all know I get to talking. Y'all know I get to talking.
I know we got Karen's raisin potato salad.
I think we start at
Buck.
Yeah.
Buck.
Yeah, we got that one. Yeah, Buck. Yeah, Buck.
You start at Buck.
So we got Zodiac.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start at Zodiac because he was talking sense earlier. My 4090 was $600. Don't ask.
Talk that shit, Zodiac. He got that 9040, bro. It's okay.
Got a 9040.
That shit off brand.
How can I get that? Oh man.
Yeah.
Buck with the $10 holla. Post, I just read report Machine Games hiring for AAA multiplayer. Wolfenstein? I'm thinking now Phil held back Bethesda titles from Showcase to avoid petty FTC using it against them.
Oh, they held back the lot, Buck.
Oh, yeah.
They held back the lot, Buck.
Mm-hmm.
They held back the lot. It's a lot of games we ain't seen. We still ain't seen Contra, man.
Right.
Dirt chapters.
When did Indiana Jones get announced? How many?
2021.
Oh damn, I was wrong.
January 2021 because I remember.
Oh, he got the exact date and everything. What time was it?
2:33 p.m. It's like, no.
Hey, shout out to Dirk for that because for the life of me, I didn't know. I'm just saying,
Man,
they got multiple studios working on. Understand this: each studio is working on multiple IPs, not one.
Right.
Think about that. Each studio is working on multiple IPs, not just one.
And the one I want to see that we wasn't there was State of Decay 3.
Hey, you know what R&B? Let me tell you something.
feel like
I'm looking for State of Decay 3.
How you take a point off for one game not being there, R&B?
Thank you, Dev.
He took 2 points off.
Damn right.
Dev.
Because
Thank you, Dev.
Because that's the game I wanted to see.
No,
Let R&B speak. Speak that shit again. Talk that shit.
No. Let
You
Dev
heard what he
talk
said.
his
That's
shit.
what he
That
expected
show was
to see.
2 points off being perfect.
Let
Two
Dev.
I
points.
didn't see the game I want to see, Dag Nabbit.
No, let Dev talk his shit. How you gonna take a
points
point off for a motherfucking game not showing?
Not a
one
point
IP
two.
out of like 30 IPs. Come on now.
It'll be
feel
there
me?
next year, though, R&B. Matt Booty already said it, bro.
Facts.
He said it'll be there next year. It wasn't
It's
ready
my
to be shown,
game
bro.
and
You
I
can't,
want
hold
it
on,
now.
R&B. You can't force a game like to be shown that ain't ready.
I didn't force nothing. This is
I didn't
consensual.
force them to
R&B,
show him in the first place, but they did.
I didn't
let me
say
ask you a
I
question.
did. All I said was I like what was
Don't
at that
tease
show.
me.
I would have liked it more if State of Decay 3 was there.
R&B, let me ask you a question, bro.
Shoot,
Where's
man,
factions?
Talk that shit, Dev.
Say it again.
Talk that shit.
Where's factions?
How the hell should I know?
Nigga, that's a PlayStation problem.
And
we
we got-
talking about Xbox.
Hey, real quick, we got some more.
you
We got some more
know
super
what?
chats.
All right, hold on.
How many
Got
IPs
some more
do we
super
got?
chats.
Like, I could say, oh, I gave it a 7 out of 10 because Perfect Dark wasn't there. Everwild wasn't there. Come on, man.
You got a point there.
It could be any IP. Like, we got like
Okay,
4.
so that was
man.
Buck.
I thought this was our personal recommendation.
Cameo
No,
wasn't there, so
right.
it's a 6 out of 10.
Go ahead, Noah.
Dirt chapters with the $2. What a beautiful panel. Talk that shit. We bleed green. State of gaming. F.
Dreamcast guy.
Dreamcast guy. Oh
Hey,
hey.
I'm about to say, who's DCG? Who that?
Weird looking ass motherfucker. Hey,
Oh, bro, my chat be killing him, bro.
He talking about cradle face. Okay.
Damn. I don't know. You got pizza face, cradle face.
Man, they
ass
call
face.
him, man. They
Cradle
be
face.
saying the stuff so crazy, man. They call him,
They been going in on Buddy.
like a big pizza pie. That's the dream.
bro, let me tell you how much this dude is hated, y'all. This dude Dreamcast guy is hated so much. I did a video on Monday, right? Bro, I broke a record. I got
Oh, yeah, I heard you talking
33,000
about that.
views on that bitch, bro.
What?
It's 33.
33, bro. I broke a 33,000. Now the first three,
I
the
thought you
first
said
3 days
20K.
was like normal, right? It like it was. I was like 6K, right?
Shit, this nigga went up 10. God damn.
The first 3 days, it was like 6K. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. All of a sudden, I look at shit at 11K. I'm like, damn, what happened? Then it just kept on going up, bro. Dreamcast guy in Starfield. I think it's more Starfield is a big topic right now, bro.
Yeah.
I about to say you can eat off that. You can eat off that man's face. Hold on, I need to go post a video. Then
I never had no
Damn,
numbers like that. I was
33K
like
and
33K. What the
Hey, we finna go analyze this moon crate.
Yeah, let me analyze your video with I'm going ahead and remix some shit.
We gonna remix some shit, brother. Let me tell you
tell
something.
you,
Shout out to your baby father with
that white
$5. Microsoft lawyers about to run a train on the FTC.
Whoa.
Dirk, I'm still working on finding your chapters.
Yeah, man, they took my chapters, man, but I'm all right, man. I'm still growing a little bit.
And they say Dreamcast got face checkerboard rendered.
Oh man.
I'll tell you, they be
You
going
stuck at
crazy,
you stuck at 20 frames per second on the face.
They said that man smiled at 15 frames per second.
Damn.
My God.
That's what DLSS running.
He looked like a Gran Turismo 7 NPC.
Oh man. Y'all too much, man. Y'all too much. We about to go get out of here because they finna turn this into a roast session, man.
Yeah, man.
But shout out to Talk That Shit. Like I said, shout out to Sean. Shout out to We Bleed Green, man. Thank y'all so much for coming on here, man. Y'all welcome anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes Noah dropped a link in the DM and say, join if y'all want to. And y'all know that y'all welcome here any time.
Appreciate
if we
you
ever
guys,
doing
man.
the show and you want to pop on, just boop. And you know what I'm saying, come on in. It's no problem, man. This was fun. This was much needed, and we definitely gonna connect again.
Oh, for real?
As this deal and stuff, I'm telling you, Dirk, we gonna throw a motherfucking party.
Facts, bro.
Let me tell you something. We gonna be y'all ain't gonna see no pony. Y'all ain't gonna never see. This gonna be the biggest motherfucking pony roast in the community history.
No ponies allowed. This bitch.
You know what I'm saying? I just hope whatever I'm saying come to fruition. Cause man, bro, I'm just saying. But thank y'all, man. Shout out to my panel members.
He said that boy face look like Chicago potholes. Go ahead, bro.
Shout out to Dev. Shout out to R&B. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm rocking with R&B because you know what I'm saying. Me and him like the BBW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm rocking with R&B, man. My State of Decay brethren. Shout out to my State of Decay brethren, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you talking about with that State of Decay 3 shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna find out.
You know what I'm saying? I side with Dev on that. You know what I'm saying? Dev, this brother Mello tried to dock some points off the showcase because Flintlock wasn't there.
Oh man,
Flintlock.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. We ain't gonna do that. We not gonna do that.
That ain't even a Microsoft IP, bro.
Sir, don't show me or advertise something to me.
They delayed
and
it,
then
though.
get my mouth watery one of the goddamn games. You don't show the shit no more.
They delayed it to 2024 though.
That was afterwards. We got that.
Mello.
That's the reason they ain't show that shit.
Hold on. Exactly. Mello, who fault was that? Was it Microsoft or the people who actually making the game?
It was the people that making the game in
Thank you.
Microsoft.
Well, stop blaming Microsoft.
How in?
In Microsoft.
Hey,
Don't
sir,
show it
hey,
on,
sir,
don't
who
put
make
it
the
on the
game?
showcase
Oh
and
my
give
God.
me something. Tease
Hey,
me.
Mello,
Hey,
man.
I want my games and I want them now.
Mello, man, you sound like those ponies. You sound
that
like
shit
ponies
kill
that
me every
said
time I hear
Redfall was Microsoft's fault, but Starfield, Microsoft had nothing to do with the game. You sound like those ponies right now,
You
man.
feel me?
Hey, Phil owned up to that, so I'm rocking with what he said. They fucked up, but it was a good game. I enjoyed myself.
I finished that shit. Yeah.
I did too, and man. I'm waiting for them to fix it. And well, it was another update they supposed to be doing. It's in the next month. But when that come, I'm going back and
We finna get up out of here. This
play
man
the game.
defending the game. He ain't even know who developed the game. He still don't know.
I don't care about who developed. All I seen what I seen, and I want what I want. That's it.
Hey, we finna get up out of here.
All right,
I'm gonna do
y'all.
what I
Peace
do.
out, man. Thanks
Thank
again,
you
bro.
again, man.
Yeah,
Thank you again, bro.
Yes, no
It's
problem,
fun,
man.
man.
I play music towards the end of the show. Y'all either stay or go. But we finna get up out of here. Shout out to We Bleed
Squad.
Green, TTS, talk that shit. Shout out to
Pray the
Sean,
face
man.
was
I know you
good.
sleeping real good right now. But
Hit that like button.
Y'all hit that like button, get them likes up, and y'all have a good evening. We out of here.
Peace out.
It's a few people probably praying on my downfall. Good on my own, I don't wanna be around y'all. I'm impatiently waiting so I can sound off. Drawing from the hip so I can get this fucking round
I done
off.
walked amongst the small, still tall against the giants. I ain't never been complaining, I promise I'm too defiant. I ain't never crossed my niggas, ain't never turned my back, but been unfaithful to my chick. Where's the integrity in that? My bank account been overdrafted, the struggle's upon us. That's the type of shit that lead niggas right back to the corners. I'm like a walking contradiction, said fam to the ops. And check the bag off the same thing that damaged my pops. I watched the churches spread lies and forcing blind allegiance. Been that piece of 2010 when I stopped worshiping Jesus. Still confined, left in the lurch, depression was lurking, my tactics changed. I swear that old ones just wasn't working. Man, you fuck niggas be tweaking like they really be on it. Like I won't give you the whole stick and see my PO in the morning. I ain't monogamous with hoes, I keep a bed full. Flying off of 2 Zans and 2 cans of Red Bull.
It's a few people probably praying on my downfall. Good on my own, I don't wanna be around y'all. I'm impatiently waiting so I can sound off. Drawing from the hip so I can get this fucking
I keep
round
it on
off.
me at all times. Ain't afraid to burn them. Run up on him in traffic and put a couple when it's burn them. Certified. You want the niggas happy with favors.
Every time I come in the kitchen,
I'm in the kitchen bumping dope, man, with crack on the table. I can feel the vibes, only hating niggas to knock it. Hit the block with a snub stuff deep in my front pocket. Off of no dose, you can tell them lame niggas quit frontin'. I've been up for 2 days, thinking I'ma miss something. Phone doing stupid numbers. I'm in the right venue, fucking hoes, counting cash, living off the dollar menu. My trip keep me live, the sauce keep me living, hustle keep me paid, allegations kept me in prison. I got it made, man, I've been in special ed. I want all my niggas home, from the state to the feds. I do it for the bottom, the morals and application. More than an adoration, it's all for the affirmation. What you thought,
It's
though?
a few people probably praying on my downfall. Good on my own, I don't wanna be around y'all. I'm impatiently waiting so I can sound off. Drawing from the hip so I can get this fucking round off.